No, it's not good.
Yeah, this is. If I don't get it caught in my hair here. Ah. This is the remains of one of the wires that he pulled out.
Let me have a look here.
Yikes.
And
Ugh.
that's copper wiring.
Oh my word, that's copper oxide, kids.
Arcing.
Yes, it was arcing. This is what one of the things he pulled out. And this is
Wow.
completely black. You can't really see it until I put it up against my finger. That
That is
tells you.
amazing. Yeah.
Right. This is the remains of one of the wires that he pulled out when they replaced the fuse panels with a breaker box.
They were
call it a
cloth
sub panel.
wires.
Yeah, they were cloth
Oh, jeez.
wrapped wires. That's how old they are.
Yeah.
They were not up to code anymore.
They were not up to code anymore. They could not handle the loads coming in. The problem is, and this is why I have that GoFundMe, which hasn't, other than helping us take care of Shadow, has not gone anywhere.
Okay.
But it cost me $980. That took me like 7.5 months, almost a year to save up
I'm
that much
surprised
money.
I'm surprised it was that cheap.
That was just to run a new panel, a wiring from the out. What you got to understand, my breaker box outside sits here, and inside the house, the fuse panel sat here. So they
were back
in
to back?
just slightly
Yeah.
back to back. So all the amount of wiring he had to run was about 5 feet of wiring.
Okay.
And it cost me $990.
Yeah, electricians are not cheap. And by the
Well,
way,
that's with my discount.
right.
Through going through for having home wiring repair and stuff like that through Duke Energy. It took him 6 hours.
My God, the noise!
Oh yes. Oh my God, it was horrid. It was horrendous. The noise of him digging through the house and dragging wiring in and yeah.
He wasn't just digging for the house; he was using a concrete drill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Is your house block and mortar?
Yes.
Ah,
It has to
Yeah.
be because of hurricanes.
yeah. Hello,
So-
everybody. By the way, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. Yeah, this is the Lavender Lady. This is Coffee with Lavender, and we're talking about the joys of Mom NATO's electrical upgrade. How you doing,
Yeah.
kids?
Well, yeah. Hi everybody.
Yeah, I
But
remember
yeah.
my
It-
place
it-
we had this had to go through the wall with a diamond bit drill, and they actually ended up
Mhm.
breaking the drill.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, it took him 6 hours to put in that 7 feet of wire, rewire the panel, put in a new breaker box inside the house. And what you've got to understand is we get a 15% discount on certain things. And because the new codes, electrical codes, my house is not considered up to code in certain parts of the house.
Right.
So rather than getting a free, hey, I can come in and do $100 worth of work for free as many times as you have issues, all I got was a 15% discount for everybody for the entire time he was here. So what you have to keep in mind, that's $990 cost me with my 15% discount for every hour he was here. Normally they charge $110 an hour.
Okay.
I would have to
right.
pay. Right.
Yeah.
So it only cost me $84 an hour plus the materials plus the labor.
I'd really like to see if it were possible, and I don't know if they could give you consideration when they upgrade the codes, because you're not selecting this. You're not saying I
Right.
want to do this. You're being
It's-
forced into it.
Right. Well,
Um,
that's like the reason I have the GoFundMe for trying to replace the wiring for my dryer. that's $940 because he's got to run one single wire of 10 gauge wire from
Yeah, yeah.
my laundry room, which is just behind where I'm at, all the way down to the sub panel, which is down the hallway. And they've got to run it a straight line from the laundry room to the breaker box through my attic.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
And
think there'd be something to pay for all this
there
since
isn't.
it's required.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is the reason this is happening is because we replaced the fuse panel, which was a fire hazard.
Oh, yeah.
They flat out told us if we had not replaced the fuse panel, my house would have burned down.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
a friend of my ex-wife ran into a hell of a problem with something
Mhm.
like this,
right.
where she was living on a street that did not have sewers yet.
Oh,
She had a septic system, and
right.
then the city decided that it wanted to put in a sewer system, and she was
Right.
forced into that, and ended up that she had to sell the house because she couldn't afford to pay for the work they
Right.
did to put this. Yeah.
Mhm. Right. Well, they didn't hear you, sweetie.
So basically, the city effectively kicked her out of her house.
Pretty
Basically,
much.
yeah.
Yeah. And that's something she shouldn't have had to pay for. If the city's putting it in, the city should be responsible because they're the ones who chose to upgrade. And
Yes,
see,
absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah, and see what's going on for me is I have my electric company offers what they call home services. So they have a sewer line and water line repair service. They have grounding and home wiring and surge protection, which I have those three.
Okay,
Um,
then. Okay.
They also have water line repair. They have water heater and air conditioner repairs that
Ooh,
you can.
okay.
And I have the water heater, and I think I don't know if it covers my AC or not, but if something should happen and I pay for the premium, and they charge you a certain amount. So if you go for the basics, you're charged for like the water heater repair. For a standard basic plan, they charge me $9.99, but I have the premium, so I'm paying like I think it's $14 a month
Okay.
added onto my electric bill, 15. And what that means is if my water heater breaks, which God knows water heaters need to be replaced all the time,
Oh, yes.
I would get $3,000 towards a new water heater,
Ooh.
and they wouldn't charge me to come out and repair it.
Oh.
Right. So say my water heater, which is a 4,500 BTU, whatever.
Yeah,
Tank.
whatever the units are.
Right. So those generally run for about $2,000.
All right.
So I could have them replace my water heater and cover the cost of putting it in for free for that $15 a month.
Nice. I
Mhm.
like that.
So all of the plans I have cost me an extra $50 on my electric bill every month. But when you think about it, say one of my wall plugs goes out, right? I'm not an electrician. I could put a new one in, but I risk the cost. I risk causing damage to my house doing it.
I mean,
So
if you screw the screw in wrong, you could be causing problems.
right,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. So like I've got a wall plug in my living room, which is right behind that curtain over there, or right on that wall with the window.
Okay.
Which is called they call it a sloppy plug, which
Huh?
basically you plug something into it and the plug falls out because the whatever the plugs don't stick in because
it's
it's come too
loose.
loose.
Yeah.
So they call it a sloppy plug. And what it basically means is your plug is not staying in the outlet. It just falls out because the prongs or the slots where the plugs go in are no longer working.
It's a
They
great
don't hold the
idea to
plug inside
replace that, but
I
if you
can
have to
call
pay
him.
for it,
There in the. I can call and say, "Hey, I have some sloppy plugs in my house that I need replaced," and they will say, "Okay, well, we can schedule you for this, and this at this time on this day," and the electrician will call you from Morgan Electric, and they'll come out and fix it for you, and he'll replace all of the plugs that I say are sloppy for free.
I like it.
They'll cover up to $100 of work. So, say the ceiling fan over my head goes out, and I need a new motor, so I buy a new ceiling fan. I can call them and say, "Hey, I need to replace my ceiling fan. Can somebody come out and do it?" They'll come out and fix it for free. They'll put the new one in, take the old one out, put the new one in for free.
My, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's wonderful. And I've had them come out 3 times already just for those issues, not including the replacing of the fuse panel. So,
Nice.
I can't complain, but when it comes to code violations, unfortunately, they only give me a 15% discount. And which Tornado just said that's bullshit. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, that's the breaks of owning a home.
yes, it is, unfortunately.
And it just being on a fixed income, it costs me time basically to save up that kind of money to do repairs like that. So
Yeah,
with
it's really
with the new raise in SSI that we get, it'll take me about 5 months to save the $1,000 I need to put a new wire in for my dryer.
Yeah.
yeah, and this is what scares me about
Mhm.
the change in I don't want to call it leadership because they don't lead, but
Mhm.
uh they want to get rid of Social Security and Medicare and shit like that. And people like you and I are
Mhm.
going
You
to
mean
be
the
left in
Democrats or the Republicans?
the Republic thugs.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
They
the
want to
Democrat.
kill. Hmm?
Yeah, the Democrats would just sit back and let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what
Mhm.
really pisses me off. Um, the Democrats could conceivably block these things at the very least,
Right.
and I don't see them willing to do that yet. And people like Mom NATO and me are going to be left in the lurch.
Right.
I rely on Social Security
I
Right.
think
just
we
to
all
get
do.
by.
Mhm.
Yeah, you do as well. That's right. To get by
Right.
day to day,
Mhm.
and we're going to lose this shit. I'm pretty sure that we are going to lose it soon because they just keep going at it. They don't give up.
Right.
And
And the
And
Republicans seem to think that people who are born poor deserve to be poor,
yes, that is true. That is the case.
right.
which is such
And
bullshit.
it is because we don't want to be this way. But Tornado is not going to be able to hold down a job.
Right, right.
And I can't hold down a job because I take care of Tornado.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, he might be able to do it for part-time, but that means the part-time that he's not working, I would have to be out working. And
Right,
who's
right,
going to watch him and make
right.
sure that he's not, no offense, Tornado, not setting the house on fire?
Uh-huh.
A
Hmm.
part-time job isn't gonna pay all the bills either.
Right.
And then with the part-time job, you don't get things like the other benefits. You don't get medical
Right.
insurance. You
Yeah.
Mhm.
don't get
And
retirement fund.
unfortunately, I can't do a job that requires me to stand.
And they all
Uh-huh.
require standing.
Anything that I know how to do requires me to be outstanding. And
Well,
I
you
can't
are outstanding,
physically
but
do.
that's another story.
But I just can't physically stand for the hours it would take me to hold down a job as a cashier.
Right, right.
And
And they won't let you sit,
right.
which is such bullshit.
Oh, I could go to maybe Aldi's and get a job there. They have seats, but they don't need a lot of people at Aldi's,
Right, right.
um, or save a lot or whatever you want to call it. There's very few places that will cover people having to sit.
Yeah.
And all I know how to do is be a cashier. You know.
Which is an honorable profession
Oh,
in
it is.
itself, yes.
But I can't physically handle working as a cashier anymore.
Right.
And if they get rid of disability and SSI, it's like, well, what do all these disabled people do?
I mean, what am I going to do? I can't work because nobody wants anybody who can only work half time.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in a chair every other day.
Right. But it's not just that. You know, when you think about it, you know, if they would simply sit there and go after, and we've all said it, these big corporations,
Oh,
these
sure.
big time, they could get more money out of these people who are rich that they barely tax.
Right.
If at all.
They get, if at all. Look at what Trump did.
Sure.
You know, he's 15 years, 15 fucking years of tax fraud.
Yeah. And they complain. I see what is that Boobert complaining all about the deficit and everything else. She doesn't mention her lover, Trump over there, with his that big tax cut that gave the rich people. That contributed as much to the deficit as any spending he has.
Well, the rich, they get so many tax breaks for being rich.
Yeah.
More than any that we get. And if they would simply sit there and take all of these corporations, all of these big businesses, and make them pay the same fucking taxes that we do, the same rate we do.
Sure. Yeah.
But you know what
that would cover the entire deficit.
You know what they're going to say to that? Class warfare. Class warfare. You can't do this to us. It's class warfare. And immediately shut the conversation down.
Mm-hmm. Well, but it's, and we've all argued this. We've all, you know, I had a friend whose daddy was rich, and she was very much a daddy's girl. She could go up to her dad and say, "Hey, Dad, can I have this?" And he'd be like, "Sure, darling, but you got to earn it." And his idea of earning it was getting a C or better on her schoolwork.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, okay. Well, okay, I'll give him that much in the sense that at least it wasn't the kind of earning that Trump demanded of Ivanka.
Mm.
We know what was going on there. Probably still is.
Right. But she could talk to her daddy and get a new car every 2 years. And it's like, damn.
Okay.
If you have that kind of money to get a new car every 2 fucking years, you should be paying a lot more taxes than you do.
Especially when a new car is going to cost you $40,000.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not talking the car that a typical American drives. We're talking BMWs,
Lambo,
we're talking Porsches. She could get any of those every 2 years. Yeah, and those cost $40-$50, $40-$50 grand.
Shadow Kitty says, I don't have much in Social Security due to being self-employed and off the books most of my life. Yeah, that's a problem. Because there are some advantages to being self-employed and off the books, but retirement fund is not necessarily one of them.
Right. Well, and, you know, they've got a lot of jobs now or a lot of at-home jobs, quote unquote, where you can sit there, you pay a fee, a one-time fee, get this kit that you can do stuff online and supposedly earn money. Yeah, but how many of those are scams?
They all are, really. I mean, I've known about those years and years and years. in the back pages of the comic books. You used to
Right.
be able to get, piecework at home.
Right.
And yeah, it was a bunch of crap, all of it.
Right. Hmm. But a lot of businesses are now wanting people to do stuff from home
Yeah.
because ever since the pandemic, it's boomed. But getting the training to do it is the question. And you have to have a good internet. You have to have a good system. You have to have, unfortunately, a quiet place to work.
Oh, I know
Shut up.
somebody who does.
Exactly. Exactly my point. So,
That's not fair.
Man. Oh, come on, honey.
well, it's a lot easier now because we don't have a dog barking all the time.
Yeah.
I would just have to be in my bedroom with the door closed, but my laptop, unless I can move my computer back there, which I might be able to do now that I have my wireless set up. I
Okay.
might be able to move my computer back into my bedroom. That would be nice.
Now, I've tried piecework, but I
Mhm.
don't have the coordination. I don't have the
Right.
speed.
Well, they're doing a lot of telecommunication services at home now.
What are
Where
you, a Microsoft
no. Okay.
helper?
Uh anytime you call for uh excuse me, warranties and stuff like that. Or like Walmart does Walmart Plus.
Okay.
When you have a problem, you need customer service help. A lot of those are now being outsourced to people who work from home.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
And the
Eh,
unfortunate thing is that a lot of the people who take up that stuff, excuse me, please, are idiots.
yes. But I've been trying to find something like that that I could do from home so that at least I'm working.
Yeah. You would not be an idiot. I can tell you that right now. No.
I love the fact that they say, "Oh, we'll have something for you," and then they never do.
Hmm.
Well, this is the kind of thing I get all the time. I mean, when
Mm-hmm.
I have to look at medical bills and everything else, oh, surely there's this or surely there's that. And it's just words that they can
Right.
say to make themselves feel better.
Right.
And
Well,
yeah,
that's like I'm still trying to find out what the fuck is going on with Tornadoes Dental. I've called and called and called and called since November to find out, hey, what's going on with getting his teeth done? So I
okay.
think I'm going to call the main dental line for him and say, hey,
What
I've
the fuck is
made
going on?
what's going on. His case manager has not called me back. I need to know what's going on with getting his wisdom teeth pulled. Somebody needs to get a hold of me and find out what is happening
Uh-huh.
because I haven't heard from anybody from since November, and
It feels like I'm being hung out to dry.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I can understand the holidays, but it's no longer the holidays. And I've left in the last 2 weeks, I've left at least 3 messages with his dental case manager.
Okay then.
So I will be calling again on Monday, and I'll call their direct line and say, hey, I haven't heard from his case manager. I've left several messages. I need to know what's going on. Somebody needs to call me and tell me what the fuck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because his referrals are only good for 6 months.
Uh-huh.
October, November,
Yeah.
December, January, February, March. I've got until March to get his teeth done.
And then we have to go through the whole
And then we have to
rigmarole
go back through it again.
March is staring you right in the face. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Scheisse.
I could
Where we
probably
have here, Parish Knight says, the NSF where I work is still largely remote. I go into the building 3 days a week. A lot of people don't go in at all.
You see,
Okay.
I could
therein
probably do
lies the problem.
database. I could probably do
If
database work, but all of the ones I've encountered require a certain number of words per minute to be able to type, and I can't do that.
Well, see, I can type about 40 words a minute.
You could probably pass for database. I think they require like 32 words per minute, something like that. It's not that high, but for me, it's
Right.
I'm dealing with the strokes and arthritis. It doesn't. I can't
Right.
type very fast.
Well, all of my arthritis is in my spine, so.
I feel for you, dear. And Tiny Captain says my wife is working partly from home since the pandemic. For me, it's a little hard to do, being a merchant Navy captain and all.
Right. Well, see, the thing is that what you have to keep in mind is I don't have transportation.
Right.
So if they require you to spend a certain number of hours in their offices, I wouldn't be able to do it. I have to be fully remote.
Yep.
Because I have no vehicle. And I certainly can't go to my mom and say, hey, Mom, I need to borrow your car. I'll pay you gas. I'll pay you part of your insurance, blah, blah, blah.
I know Nielsen's has a system where you're fully remote.
I don't know who
Nielsen, who's that?
Nielsen's the TV rating system.
Oh, yeah, well, of course.
I have a friend who works for them.
Yeah, but how would you get involved with that?
I think you can contact them. Look and see if they have any job openings.
Nielsen's, huh?
Yeah.
Thing is, the last time we asked Grandma for any help, she basically just said, "No, I'm not going to help you."
Yeah,
because
it was very frustrating.
Acted out because, of course, I was in pain, and she just said, "I'm not going to help a spoiled little brat."
Yeah. So thankfully, and I do like his insurance company. I called them and I explained the situation, and they were like, "Well, okay, when's the appointment?" I'm like, "Tomorrow." What time? This time. And they're like, "Okay, so here's what we're doing."
No, it was the same day.
Oh, was it the same day? Okay,
it was the same day.
And they're like, "Okay, well, because you guys don't normally call." You have a good customer policy where as long as you're not constantly having the situation happen, you get 1 day where you can have less than 24-hour notice to get somewhere.
Well, Beck.
And we covered that.
Beck says there are literally hundreds, in all caps, of work at home jobs. Yeah, can you eat on what you get from what those jobs will pay you?
That's the thing is, which jobs are legit?
Yeah.
There are plenty of legit ones. It's like, well, for me, I have problems. A lot of them are talking to somebody over the phone that you don't know and all that.
Well, I have no problems with that.
Like the data, like I said, with the database entry, I have to type a certain number of words per minute, which I can't do.
Right, and then. If they have training, that's great. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. But before, I had a dog that constantly barked. Tornado would have to be quiet during the hours that I would work.
Yeah, that's another example of how it would be a problem.
Exactly. So, and some of them require you to have a certain type of USB headphones, USB headset, that kind of thing.
They also require certain system setups too.
Right.
Yeah.
So does my system cover what they need me to do?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't know how to go about applying for a job that's legit. That would be work at home.
I do know of it. Let me see if I can find the site.
And I've seen a lot of them, but most of the ones that I've looked at, they want you to pay a fee. A one-time fee, quote unquote,
which is basically a scam.
I don't know. I've never done them, and I've never had the spare cash to do that.
Yeah. If you're talking like a place like Cutco, that's a pyramid scheme.
Cutco? What?
Oh yeah, Cutco. Yeah.
Is that the cutlery people?
Yeah, the ones who doing the ads for the cutlery and knives.
Yes,
and stuff.
No, that wasn't what I was looking at. These are posting links to places. You post a certain number of links to a certain number of places. They give you the links. They give you the places where you post them, and you earn money from those links being posted.
Okay.
I don't
No,
know if
that-
those are legit or not, you know?
Randy, hi. How are you, dear?
I've tried some stuff where it was one that was a music review that
Mm-hmm.
you don't get much out of it though.
Exactly. You have to post bunches and bunches and bunches of links
Yeah.
to earn the amount of money.
You
But
just
for
about have
me,
to write it.
That wouldn't be a problem because I have hours and hours and hours in a day that I could do something like that.
Yeah, if you have like 10, 12 hours in a day, you could
Oh yeah,
no
easy.
problem.
Yeah, Randy, cash. I don't know what that is.
Huh.
What is this cash you speak of?
Yeah,
really. And I may
Well-
see about one of those places after March. But right now we're setting aside the extra cash we get from SSI now after all the bills are paid for paying our taxes.
I have to see what kind of cash I do or don't have yet,
Mhm.
because especially with all the potential medical expenses
Mhm.
I'm getting hit with, I'm
Yes,
still
see.
probably going to end up in the hole. And what I'm hoping for at this point, and I know that people are listening to me, and I just don't give a shit. I'm hoping that I can be safe from having things taken from me when I simply cannot pay the bills.
Yeah. It's not, and that's the thing is you sit there, and you go like, I've been in the hospital for emergency care through the ER because I've been sick.
Yeah.
And what the bills usually come to are thousands of dollars. And you go, huh, how am I going to pay this for like going to the doctor, the ER, because you've got a bronchitis infection? And
Yeah.
you have to pay for the bed, you have to pay for the hours they worked on you, you have to pay for all of the equipment they used on you, and most of it's cost them a couple bucks to use, but you're paying $100 for
Sure.
an IV
Yes.
port.
Yeah.
Which
The
is bullshit.
markups that they charge you because the insurance marks it up is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I would
Um,
really like to see things changed significantly to where the insurance companies are not dictating medical care. I'd like to give that back to the MDs.
Right. See, you know that one time, a couple of years, was it 2 years ago now, when I went in for the anemia?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That visit my mom dropped me off at the hospital, so I didn't have to pay for an ambulance. Thank God. But that trip alone for 6 hours in the hospital for them to run all those tests, to have the IVs, would have cost me without my insurance $6,000 for a 6-hour trip. That's $1,000 an hour.
Yep.
And
Ooh.
all they did was do lab tests to make sure there wasn't something other than the obvious. They drew blood, and that's all they did to me. They gave me some anti-nausea medicine, and they gave me saline solution, and they checked my blood pressure every couple hours.
Okay, the YouTube page I just put in the private chat that goes to a site that filters out legit work at home sources.
Cool, thanks. I will copy that. Copy link.
Yeah, they test the stuff out for them beforehand and then say which give you the legit stuff.
Thank you, Mage.
And then the other thing I've got to be careful about, and well, I guess the rest of you do as well. I cannot make too much money on anything because they'll start pulling my Social Security.
Yes.
See, I don't have that issue. Tornado's Tornado's income is his. His SSI is his. It doesn't matter what I make, because my income does not affect his income.
That's nice. I like that.
Me, if I try to make 2,000 over 2,000 in a year, they'll take me off of it.
Yeah.
If I happen to have more of 2,000 or more in my bank account, they won't pay me.
Right. Well, Tornado, because the disability that he gets is because he can't work. So
right.
That's his income. My income would be my income. Has nothing to do with his income.
Okay, then.
So if I can get a job working at home, anything that I get is mine. It doesn't count towards him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which if it was money for him, you know what I'm saying? If, like, say, child support.
Yeah.
When his dad was paying child support to us.
When the hell was that?
Well, no. His dad paid child support.
Okay.
Without being court ordered to. I have to say, his dad, from the time he was 4.5, all the way through until he was 22, Talon?
Yeah, and then he hung me out to dry.
Yeah, until he was 22, he paid child support every month.
Wow.
Without fail. Sometimes I would have to call and say, hey, we haven't gotten it yet. What's going on? And within a day or two of calling, he'd send it.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, he was that responsible for his kid. Other ways, not so much. So, good and bad. Okay. And in all honesty, I do think he should still be supporting TC, but he considers TC an adult and he shouldn't have to take care of him, but he does every birthday, every Christmas, he sends money.
Okay.
At least it's something.
Yeah. It is. It helps. Sometimes those are the only times that TC gets presents because, money's tight or we're saving for something. Yeah. And thankfully living in Florida, we get a discount on we get what's called homestead exemption.
Oh yeah, I know about those.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Right. So instead of paying the full cost of taxes for owning a home, which in Florida is about $1,200 a year.
Yeah, that homestead exemption helps a lot.
It cuts my taxes down to $600 a year for my property tax.
Nice.
Which that's a big break. That's half the cost of what it would normally cost.
Yes, it is.
So yay Florida for that. But we have to save that money. And generally before this last increase, that was, we had maybe $100 a month after bills, just the bills. That doesn't include that. I still have to cover food between the time that from the first of the month until food stamps come in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of my money goes to food.
Yeah, that pretty much kills whatever extra money I had left.
Yeah.
Especially now. And thankfully, thank God, they increased food stamps again.
Yeah. I am so happy about that. I don't know what I'm going to do when they drop food stamps back to what it used to be.
They won't be able to. Not with the cost of food.
I hope that's the case.
Are you still getting extra money for food stamps?
Yes.
You still getting that full extra?
I'm getting something between $200 and $250 a month.
That's great, because I know you were only getting $50, $60 a month in food stamps before.
Not even that. 15 or 16.
So
1.5 or 1.6.
That's a huge increase for you.
Yes, it is. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I can't eat it all, so right. I'm building up a balance.
But that's good. Thank God they can't take the extra away from you.
Yes, that's true.
And I'll be honest, we were barely getting, originally, we were getting $236 a month for 2 people.
Okay, then.
So, but with the recent increase in the cost of food, they pushed it up to $352.
Nice.
Right.
Very, very
but
nice.
Then we got told our SSI was increasing. And that in turn, they took $33 away.
Oh yeah, they'll always
but
find
we're
a
still
way.
yeah, but we're still getting $319 a month now for food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
So, and generally that will cover my entire month of food.
Maybe I should look into food stamps again. Last time I tried, they gave me the $9 and kept dropping it every year.
You might
try.
want to look. You might want to look.
But so but that's for 2 people, and it does get tight. I have to budget what we're buying. I have to say, okay, can we afford to get something out of the ordinary that we don't normally get? And not always, sometimes.
Okay.
So, I have to sit there and go, okay, we need this, 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 and this for this much to get through until the 9th. And generally that's $150.
Okay.
And that was all our extra money. Now we're getting a little extra more. I actually had enough to set aside enough money every month now that by the end of March, I will have paid my taxes for the year.
Nice.
Right. I have $319 set aside already for taxes that have to be paid by the 1st of April.
Nice. I like that. That's good.
Right. And that's basically about a month and a half of savings, 2 months. So you figure I'm setting aside about $175 every month now to pay my taxes. So what my goal is if I can set that $175 a month aside every month, that means I can pay, maybe even by the end of the year, I will be caught up on all my taxes, because I'm about 2 years behind on my taxes.
Oh no, not
so
good.
Well, no, that's the one thing I can say about Florida. They give you 2 years to pay your property taxes before they put a lien on your house,
which basically means you don't earn any money.
Right. Yeah. But if I can get the taxes paid, see, I'm only 1 year behind now. So if I can get all of the taxes paid by April, that means by April, May, June, July, August. By August, I'll have caught up to where I'm supposed to be, which means every 3 or 4 months, I'll have an extra amount of money that I can use, that I can put towards fixing the wire issue.
Yeah, I try and put about 100 away each month for the property taxes at the end of the year.
Right. And people don't realize just how hard it is to save that much money.
Oh yeah. Oh my word.
Because there's always something that comes up, like new glasses.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I got these last year. I think it was in July of last year. And by July of next year, I'll have to have a new pair. Tornado needs new glasses. I've got to, that's one of the reasons why, the only reason I'm thinking I would change his insurance is because we don't have anybody in the local area that does glasses for him.
Okay.
We have to go through some other company, and they're like 30 miles away. It's ridiculous.
Shadow Kitty never had the problem of too much income. Yeah, it's real easy to do, by the way. Even $1 will kill you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for me, because I'm in bifocals now, And
Oh
I don't think
my.
anybody's ever noticed how thick my glasses are. I can't see if you can see how thick those are on the edges.
It's not easy for me to see. No.
Okay. Let me put.
Maybe
That's the edges.
blow up her, put her on full screen.
Okay.
I'll try. How do you do that?
I don't know. I can't see if I'm showing. You can see the edges there. See by the earpiece?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
These, what you have to keep in mind, those are about 1/4 of an inch thick, maybe half an inch thick. Those are the polycarbonate super extra light lenses.
I don't want to know what they would look
no,
like.
No, these are not feather lights. These are lighter than feather lights. Okay.
I don't want to know what they would look like were they glossed.
Let's see. Hold on a second. I might have a pair. Hold on.
Oh, look.
I've known some people who were almost kicked off of the SSI for just trying to earn money.
Yeah, you've got to be really careful about that too. And one of the things that the Social Security Administration will do is they will bombard you with offers to go to work and things like that, and they're not going to tell you that the stuff they're offering you is potentially going to deny you more than you're going to get from it.
Yeah. I think there's this thing where you can try and work for like 3 months and stay on it. I'm not sure how much. I don't know the way that. I'm not sure if I trust it even to try.
I don't trust anything they do. Really, I don't. And I know it sounds paranoid, but
oh no, I know how they are.
when it comes to government benefits, it pays to be paranoid.
I mean, I had some issue with it a while back, and I had a lawyer who specializes in looking at the SSI kind of cases, and they were looking at the forms that I get every year, and like, this makes almost no sense with how they have this written. Is what they were saying. They were having trouble figuring out what was being said on the paper or work they were sending me.
Okay.
So, and like I said, this is somebody who specializes in this kind of thing.
Yeah.
To give you an idea, my prescription, I am minus 1350 in one eye and minus 1250 in the other.
God, you're nearsighted.
So
yes, I see. Okay, I can see my finger right here. I can see my finger clearly. So, in order to read something basic book, I have to sit this far away without my glasses in order to be able to see. So
you almost got the Farnsworth glasses going.
Right.
Yeah,
So for me to buy a pair of glasses, even with insurance to cover part of it, it cost me $400 with insurance.
No, wait a minute. That's just for the lenses?
That's for the entire thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My lenses, just the lenses, are $400 without insurance.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So if I did not have insurance, it would cost me $800 or so for a pair of glasses.
That's just crazy. That is absolutely. The last time I got glasses, which was not that long ago, it was just a couple months ago, right. I think it cost me $500 for two pairs.
Well, that's just for one pair.
Yeah, you're way worse off than I am.
And what you got to keep in mind is they have feather light lenses. which those are extra light, right? Then above that, they have polycarbonate lenses, which are a different kind. They're a special type of lens, which reduces the weight and the thickness. So my lenses with the polycarbonates are still that thick.
Okay, then.
So they're about half an inch thick. Without polycarbonates, my lenses would be against my face.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to even bevel these edges down so that if something should happen, when I put my glasses fully up against my face, the back of the lens is right here.
Okay, then.
So it's less than 2 inches from my eye socket. So my lenses without the polycarbonates would be about that thick on the edges.
Okay, then. Yeah. Which
And
is not comfy.
I can't wear glass lenses anymore.
Oh my word!
They weigh too much.
They would weigh what, about a pound each?
Yeah. I don't. My bridge of my nose is extremely narrow from wearing lenses.
Uh-huh.
And even up here, it's extremely narrow. I have little divots right here.
I remember those.
From wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'll have them all my life. And as I get older, I'll have to have bigger and thicker lenses. Eventually, I will get to the point, if I can't have LASIK surgery, where I will be declared legally blind.
Mm-hmm.
Because they won't have lenses thick enough for me.
Yeah.
Because age, your eyes get worse anyway.
And what's really interesting when you talk about age, your eyes get worse. As I'm getting older, my eyes are getting worse, but they're actually improving because they're getting worse. Because I'm going farsighted, and I was incredibly nearsighted. So the end of it is that I'm actually seeing better than I used to.
Well, that's good.
In its
you
own
sound
way.
like my sister.
Yeah, I need to get my eyes checked myself.
My twin sister is extremely odd. She is nearsighted in one eye and farsighted in her other eye.
Oh, that's gotta be wonky.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is when you change eyes when you're driving. You don't even realize it if you've got the proper prescription, that you will change focus from one eye to the other, especially when you're looking in the mirrors. When my sister drives, because she's nearsighted in one eye and farsighted in the other, she goes, no, 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 no. When she drives, it's scary to drive with my sister because she swerves constantly like this when she's driving because she focuses on different eyes.
Yeah.
And every time I ride in the car with her, I'm like, Gina, you're scaring me, Gina. She's like, what? I'm just driving. She should not be allowed to drive.
Doesn't sound like it.
I love my sister most of the time. Most of the time. But don't love her driving.
Yes, I'm only driving. Yeah, but you're now in the other lane.
Oh no, she never ever goes into the other lane. She's very good about staying in her own lane, but she rides the lines. Because she has to in order to keep equidistant and stay in her lane because of the ability to change from one eye to the other. And they can't, when you think about that, how do you fit someone for glasses like that?
Yeah.
I imagine you'd have to have 2 different lenses to cover.
Yeah. It's scary to think about. And I can't drive at night anymore because I have night blindness in one of my eyes.
Oops.
Yep. My right eye, if I go into a room without light, it's like somebody's doing this. Yep. So I haven't been declared night blind yet, but I know I am.
Okay.
Because in a dark room, if there's ambient light, if I close one eye, look through my right eye, everything's sepia toned.
Okay.
Where instead of having a light like what I've got over my like by your desk, Lavender, right?
Yeah.
That would be, instead of that bright yellowy white, it would be a dark brownish beige.
Oh my.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Has your sister ever been pulled over because the cop
No.
thought she was drunk?
Nope. Nope. I don't get it. I don't understand how she's not, but nope. But yeah, so the light by your desk would be a sepia brown instead of that yellowy white. So I don't drive at night anymore because I can't tell when something's coming up on the right-hand side unless there's enough ambient light for me to see. And it's scary to walk into a room and not be able to see on one side of your face.
Yes.
It's very disconcerting. Because it's like somebody's cupped a hand over your face and you can only see out of one eye. There's no depth perception. So I have night lights in every room of my house. Even my bedroom has a night light. But it's one of those, it's a dark blue light.
Yeah, I do a dark blue light in my bedroom for sleeping. Not so much because not because of night blindness, but I find if I'm waking up,
you can't see it. There's too much light in here.
Yeah, I find if I'm waking up, I have this really it's very disorienting to wake up in a dark room.
Yep.
I get this really weird sensation that I can't open my eyes.
Oh, that doesn't sound pleasant.
Even if my eyes are opened, it still feels like they're closed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just very disorienting to wake up like that.
That's so something similar to night blind. Yeah.
But it only happens when I'm waking up, though. So it's, if I like walk into a room and it's really dark, I'm fine. I actually have fairly good night vision, but I don't know what that's about.
Interesting.
Somebody's falling asleep.
No.
Get paid $1,000 a week to call COVID-19 patients. Ah, interesting. $1,000 a week, huh?
That's a scam.
Yeah, it sounds like
No, this is on that workers board link that he gave me.
Yeah, that workers board actually filters out scams. They might overestimate how much you can pay because.
Well, hey, $1,000 a week, that'd be great.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
They do sometimes overestimate how much you can get on that just for.
Well, they have different ones.
Yeah.
Well, I would still need a good bit of income to supplement that because, oh my God, you don't want to know how much I've been in the hospital in the last 12 months.
Yeah,
4 or 5 times at least.
Yeah, some of those has mileage may vary as to how much you can actually earn from what she has listed.
And each time I go into hospital, it's at least $13,000 per visit.
Oh, that's all.
I said at least.
To claim my fund of $5 billion. Ooh, this should be fun.
Yeah.
Oh my, it's just crazy. I really wish that I could start reforming medical costs and shit like
Oh
this.
yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, what it takes is that the U.S. should be an autocracy with me as the autocrat. And
let's scrap all this stupid scams BS because at this point there's nothing really there. It's nothing I'd like to respond to.
what's that, honey?
I was hoping I could find one of those stupid rat scammers.
Oh.
Rat scammer?
Some
I don't know.
guys saying, "Oh, I know your password," and I put a remote administration tool on your computer, so now I can send this video of you doing whatever the hell to all
Oh,
your.
that stuff. Yeah. I used to watch a guy who did a what am I looking for? The program he did was he would take the calls from these people who did that sort of scam and then reverse scam them.
I'm subscribed to somebody who does that.
Jim Browning.
I don't remember
That
the
name
name. Might be.
sounds
That might be the
familiar.
name.
Hmm.
Yeah, that name does sound familiar.
Here you go. Work from home and get paid $27 per hour to call newly diagnosed patients to tell them about their recent positive COVID-19 test. Full-time work at home job.
Yeah, you still want to look into those, even though they filter that stuff
Yeah.
out, because the amount you might make might not be the same as what they're saying
Right.
there.
Well,
Right.
I don't mind even if it's only $40 a day. That's still at $40 a day for 15 days. That's still several $100s a month. That's mine.
Yeah. Yeah, and then here's another thing. I mean, it's this thing that came to me a day or two ago, and it should have come to me a lot earlier. There are people who want me to move into a deep freeze. Okay, now that's bad enough,
A deep
but
freeze?
mhm. Yeah,
What
they
is
want
that?
me to move into a freezer compartment where it's like 30 or 40 degrees below zero during the winter.
Oh my god.
Mage.
Oh.
And
Are you talking McMurdo?
I'm talking Minnesota.
Ah.
And
Oh,
what
I
Well,
thought you were.
want to know, what kind of trouble would I run into with the debts I already owe? Would Minnesota take things from me? Because I owe a good bit of money in medical bills. And what I think is happening is I may be somewhat protected here in Pennsylvania.
see, I don't know how that works. I don't know enough about Social Security and Medicaid and stuff like that, other than from Tornado, because Tornado doesn't have a lot of medical expenses.
Okay. You're
And
lucky, honey.
anything he has, of course, because he's on disability, is covered.
Okay.
I try to avoid that stuff because of the costs.
Right. Well, see, that's like for his dental care. I don't have to pay anything. It's just a matter of getting them to actually do it. So You know, with if I go with their network providers, everything's covered.
God,
So,
lucky.
hmm.
I'm always dealing with co-payments.
Um, I don't know. See, I don't know what kind of Medicaid and stuff you have. I
Well,
don't know enough about Medicare and Medicaid, so.
I don't have top tier Medicaid because
Mhm.
my Social Security pays me too much
Right.
by just a few dollars. I think it's
Hmm.
maybe 50, $50 more than the.
Hmm. Have you looked into SSI?
Yeah, they won't give it to me.
Oh, that sucks.
Bullshit.
Hmm.
That is such bullshit. Why?
Well, okay, Tornado, you get SSI because you don't work and you
Yeah,
haven't ever worked.
you
And what
don't get enough.
SSI is supplemental security income.
It's basically federal welfare.
Yeah, because he can't work. We've proven that, he wouldn't be able to hold down a job.
Unless it was in pyrotechnics.
Not no, Talon, I guarantee if a customer got in your face and argue with you about something, you would go up like your fireworks.
Hmm.
Well, I'm not talking about getting into a customer's face. I'm talking about being in the back, just loading stuff, putting everything in its proper place, making sure the feng shui is right with the universe.
Unfortunately, businesses don't work that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
little mom and pop
unfortunately.
shop works that way, but not a bigger
Not
shop.
Austin Powder or anything like that. No.
Right. Um and you got lucky with, was it TJ's?
Yeah.
Okay, they were a good group of people. Okay. Most places that run uh numerous stands are not going to be like TJ's. TJ's only had 2 stands.
Okay,
So,
then.
but they were a mom and pop shop, if you know what I mean by that.
Oh, I know Mom and Pop. I grew up in that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But companies that have 5, 10, 15, 20 fireworks stands are going to want things done a specific way. They want their employees to act a specific way. They
Hmm.
want this done this way, this done that way. It'd be like working for Walmart
And bigger places usually will rotate you out into you working
into
on the
different,
cashier and stuff. Yeah.
right. They want you to be able to do everything, Tornado,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just put things away. And a customer gets in your face and is agitated and angry, you're going to get agitated and angry.
You don't want to deal with an irate customer. I can't.
No.
So there goes my prospects of ever holding a job.
Pretty much.
Right.
Mm.
And we're
I'm
not saying
sorry
it
to
to
say
make
it,
you feel
honey, but
bad. We're not saying it to make you feel bad.
No.
We just know you well enough to know what you are capable of doing.
Hey,
yeah.
don't feel too
And
bad.
earning
I'm more or less in the same boat.
earning
I
money
mean,
for my mom to help her get out of the stupid fucking debt trap
uh-huh.
is out of my pay grade.
Pretty much. I mean, I can't. So if I can't, I'm not so sure
And
you
sweetie,
can either.
you do other things for me that
Yeah, but I don't do enough.
Oh, please, honey. Don't do that to
Grandma's
yourself.
right.
okay,
Ah, shut
No.
up.
Tornado, what did you do while I was hurt?
Hmm.
You helped me stand up when I couldn't get up on my own.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. You cooked dinner for me. Anytime I asked for something, you came in and you got it for me without complaining.
No
That's not a
matter how
lot.
small you think these things are,
Every,
they are
yeah,
important.
every little thing that you do for me is important. Okay?
And
I don't ask for a lot from you. And yes, sometimes you're grumpy and you complain. But everybody does that.
Uh-huh.
That is just a fact of fucking life. Nobody
Yeah.
goes through life, oh, I'm so happy and cheerful all the time.
When you can barely get out of bed, doing those kind of things is a lot.
Exactly. Okay. You even went so far as when I would ask you, you would get my laptop for me and bring it to me. Good God. That's important. It's the big things are great. Okay. Everybody wants the big things from people.
Mm-hmm.
It's the small little things that are the most important. And the small little things that I treasure the most are the little hugs, the good night, and I love you, Mom, that I get every night
Yeah,
without fail.
there you go.
Those are the most important to me. I don't think you understand how important that is to me. Ah,
Just
do you hear me call your grandma every night and say, "Good night, Mom. I love you, Mom"?
no.
Well,
Okay,
guess what?
that should tell you something.
Yeah.
How often do I go to your room, knock on your door before I go to bed? What do I say?
I love you, son, or something like that.
I love you, baby. What else do I do?
You hug me, of
Right.
course. No,
Do I fail to do it at any time
no.
if you're awake? And if you're sleeping, what do I do?
You just say, "I love you," or
I
I'm
come
not
Yep.
in
sure.
and I give you a kiss on the forehead and I say, "Good night. I'm going to bed. I love you." And
Yep.
it's usually, "Good night, Mom. I love you,
But
Mom."
it's not yet.
But even when I'm asleep,
Yep. Even when
Yeah,
you're asleep, you
absolutely.
respond without fail. So, that should tell you something. Okay. When kids grow up, they forget about their parents most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
They
Not
don't pay
you.
attention to their parents. They go about their lives, they live their lives, and it's like their parents, until their parents are sick and dying, they're out of their hair. But you're not that way. And anybody who's been on movie night can tell you that I tell them every time that the things I treasure most is the good night ritual
Yep.
that I get
Yep.
every night without fail. I could I could lose the house and have to be renting again. I could lose the animals. I could lose all my stuff. Stuff is just stuff. I can't lose you.
I ain't going out till I'm good and ready.
But that's the
There you
point I'm
go.
making.
There you go.
You know, the thing I treasure most in life is you. So I don't care about the house. I don't care about the things in the house as long as you're safe and happy. So, yeah. Enough modeling.
There
What
you
else we
go.
got to
There
talk
you
about?
go. Oh, I don't know. There got to be a few things, right?
Mm. Oh, arg. Oh, I'm still hurting. Ugh.
Oh my, you getting old or something? What's going on here?
Yeah. Well, that wrenched muscle in my back about drove me insane. Eh, it's no fun when you knock out your back.
No, it's not. Oh, I can tell you firsthand. And I really, really feel for you because that's,
Ah,
I don't know if that's the worst thing
I
that could
don't.
happen, or
Well, you don't think about it when you're younger, just how much you tumble around and you do stuff, you trip and you stumble, and not a problem. You get up, you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you move on.
yeah.
But when you start getting old,
Yeah, when you're
it's
60, it's a little different.
right. Or in my case, 50s, early
Okay.
50s.
Horse that knocked out your back.
Oh, God, don't remind me about that. Uh, in my mid 30s, was I 30? We were living on Tuck's place,
I don't
so
know. Were you 30?
Was this before I was born?
no, this is when we were living on Tuck's place. When you were going to school. Let's see, trying to think. Probably in 20. Let's see, we moved back home in 2001. So probably somewhere between I think it was 2005, 2006.
No
So
wonder why
about
I don't remember
10
it.
years 10 years ago.
That's not 10 years ago,
10
Mom.
Okay, 20 years.
2005.
So 20 years
Yeah.
ago. So yeah, I was probably 35, 36. I got kicked by a horse.
Yeah.
While I was turning to get out of her way, I knew she was going to kick me. And she hit me this far from my spine.
Oh my word.
She left a divot about an inch and a half thick. She had horseshoes. She left a divot in my back, in the muscles of my back, for about 2 weeks before it fully went away.
Wow.
And I had a massive bruise. And she hit me in my upper back.
Okay then.
If she had kicked me half an inch closer, she would have hit my spine and broken my back.
Oh, that's
Not
always
good.
fun.
Not good.
Mm-hmm. But she hit me hard enough to collapse my lung.
Oh no.
Thankfully, it reinflated, but for like 2 minutes, I'm sitting there trying to breathe. Yeah, exactly. Going, wheezing. So, and I was trying to get her inside because it was starting to storm. So I got up off the ground after she kicked me because it knocked me flying.
Okay then.
And I left her out there with her baby in the pouring rain. And I went down to my mom's after I could breathe again. I said, I'm not bringing her in. I will not deal with her anymore. I
Ever.
won't clean her stall. I won't put her out. You guys are going to have to do it because I'm not going to risk her killing me
Yeah, huh?
or paralyzing me.
Right.
I
And
can't afford it.
Did Grandma think you were joking?
Oh no, she saw the bruise marks that I had, and I ended up on muscle relaxers for about 2 months because the muscle in the back would not stop spasming because of the way she kicked me. And ever since then, I've started having the problems with my spine.
Didn't she like notch it? Didn't she put that S curve in your spine?
Because that has actually thankfully gone away, supposedly. My back
Supposedly.
has, yeah, I don't think so. I think they just weren't looking for it when they examined my spine because they had me contorting myself to get the views that they wanted. But
When they basically lied and said you didn't have arthritis.
well, no, they haven't lied. They just haven't outright stated I have arthritis.
So
In-
they
No,
basically
okay.
prevented you from getting your disability,
No, they say I have osteophytes on the spine.
which
But-
are bone spurs, which are
which are bone
arthritis.
spurs, which are arthritis. But they haven't said that the terminology that it's arthritis of the spine. They call arthritis of the spine spondylosis or something like that.
Basically, since they didn't say it outright, it doesn't count,
Right.
which is BS.
It is,
Yeah.
but that's their way of trying to avoid having to put me on disability.
Yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the important thing to them all the
Right.
time.
But if I need to talk to my doctor, my actual.
Get a second opinion.
No, No, but she can sit there and say she needs to be on disability because of this. If a doctor says that you're disabled, you can file. And they'll have the doctor's paperwork that says, hey, she's disabled. But it's getting your doctor to say that.
Yeah.
But anyway, ever since then, I've started having the issues with my spine. And then, of course, there was the car accident
Which only
in
exacerbated
2000,
it.
in 2016, which made it worse. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's where they actually did an x-ray of my spine and said, oh, hey, you have wedging on your spine, which is the precursor to arthritis.
Okay, then.
So I started the bone spurs on my spine started when I was in my 40s, which is
Okay, then.
incredibly early.
Yes.
Normally, you only start getting bone spurs in your late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
On the spine. So, yeah, I started them 20 years early. So, yeah. And I get to live with that until they finally say, hey, okay, you actually do have arthritis of the spine. So, yeah, and it's just the necessity to avoid saying, oh, you're disabled.
It's just pitiful.
Yeah.
It's like they're willing to let someone suffer.
They are.
They are, because they don't want to have to cover the costs. And all of the big insurance companies, all of the people paying the big insurance companies are saying, oh, hey, charge them outrageous fees to buy anything so that we can get rich and we'll give you a kickback.
Yeah.
And I
The
don't
whole-
think people understand just how crooked the insurance industry is. Not just medical insurance. I'm talking any insurance.
Any insurance. And the
Oh, yeah, you mean like
politicians
the
in their
house.
pockets.
Right. Like homeowners insurance.
She basically got kicked off of it.
I have no homeowners insurance. I can't
Meaning
afford
if
it. Most of them want a credit check, which I have bad credit because of student loans.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And the last time I had homeowners insurance, I hadn't missed a single payment. Wasn't late for 3 years. Not a single missed payment. I had one payment twice, I think it was, when it was 10 days late because they tried to use a different account. It was on their end that screwed up, not mine. Right?
But they still blamed you.
Right. But I called them and found out the payment hadn't gone through because the money was still sitting in my account. And I'm like, what's going on? Oh, well, we didn't get it. We tried to charge this account. I'm like, that's not the account you're supposed to be charging. Oh, well, what account are we supposed to be using? This one. Oh, okay, well, we get right on it. And they did the payment and went right through. So it was their error, not mine. The fourth year, I had the same company, same policy. They raised it $1,300 overnight.
That's basically when they doubled it, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. I went from paying $108. They wanted me to pay. The month before, I had paid $118, which had been what I had been paying all along. The next payment they wanted was $225 plus a $250 deposit.
Yeah, and you've not got that.
Mm-mm.
You
But they
can't
wanted
be
two-
expected to have that.
Right. They wanted $225 a month. And I'm like, I can't afford that. I'm sorry. No. Why has it gone up so high? Oh, well, costs went up. They could not give me a definitive reason for the cost hike. They kept
Mhm.
saying that it was for something else. And I looked at my bill, and the only part of the bill that went up that much was the non-hurricane premium. Now, mind you, we pay a hurricane premium. That went up $15.
Okay, then.
The Non-hurricane premium went up $1,300. There's no reason it should have gone up that much,
Yeah. If
except
any.
that they didn't want to cover my policy anymore. And they knew I couldn't afford it because I had called them when they had raised it to 118 and said, why did it go up this much? Oh, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. And it's ridiculous that they tried to claim that my house is worth $201,000 to replace if it was destroyed. It's not worth that much.
Basically, they just wanted you off.
My house is not worth $201,000. It's not.
Yeah, I don't see any real estate these days worth the prices
Right.
demanded.
I mean, my property is worth the land is worth more than the house is worth because it's 3/4 of an acre and it's a corner lot. Anybody can tell you a corner lot is worth more than a non-corner lot.
Right.
And the thing is my home is 2 lots. I have the corner lot and I have the lot next to it. To equate for 3/4 of an acre of a yard, which that's a lot in a city.
Yeah.
I'm right in the middle of Crystal River and I have 3/4 of an acre. And half of it is fenced in to make it even better.
Oh my.
And the other 1/4 of an acre could be fenced in. It used to be fenced in, so the fence posts are still standing on most of it. So you could probably put another chain link fence back up, but it would cost the money to put the chain link fence back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, it's getting windy out. But yeah, so my house isn't worth as much as the property would be worth if I sold the property. I could probably get $160 for the house and yard. But, what would I do with it other than pay bills? I'd have to move. Where am I going to move?
Yeah.
But if something should happen and a hurricane hits and totals my house, I can't afford to fix it. I don't have the insurance or the cost that it would cost me to get insurance to fix it.
Yeah.
I can't afford it until I can pay off my student loans. My credit's going to continue to suck. But I can't afford the prices of student loans. They want $400 a month to pay off my loans.
Where are you going to get that?
Exactly. And what people don't know about is if you haven't paid off your student loans and you're in arrears, any tax return you get, if you're working,
immediately taken.
It's immediately taken to pay off part of the bills. And that would, if I was working full time and I got back $3,000 a year, that would just cover the interests on the loans. And maybe $1,000 on the actual loan.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They have jacked up everything so much. For a year of school, year and a half, it was $22,000. For a business school, not a full-time college. It's crazy.
Oh, my ex was all pissed off because she could not afford to go back to school. This was some years ago. Let's see now. This was before she took off. So say about 2009. And it was going to be $18,000 for a year of school.
Hmm.
I can't afford to do that. Go to school either.
So you can't afford to get education, can't afford to get sick, can't afford.
Yeah, that's it.
The whole
Um,
issue is I don't have a job because I don't have the skills. I don't have the skills because I don't have an education. I don't have an education because I don't have the money, and I don't have the money because I don't have a job.
Isn't it great the way that works?
oh yeah.
Remember, they want an experience too.
Oh yes, you have to have experience.
Uh,
Which is extremely nebulous.
yeah, that's true.
It is the poo-poo. That's what it is. It is the poo-poo.
Oh
Um,
my god. Citizen Free Press.
The hell is that?
Antifa set a cop car on fire in downtown Atlanta, and now they're crying about how they can't breathe while getting arrested. Oh my
They
god.
set a cop.
Uh-huh. They set a cop car on fire. Antifa did. And now Antifa is screaming how members are screaming how they can't breathe as they get arrested for setting the cop car on fire. Well, dude, duh, maybe you shouldn't have set the fucking cop car on fire. Then you wouldn't be arrested. And then you wouldn't have a reason to scream, I can't breathe.
Yeah, you know why they're doing it, right? Because that one police officer doing that one thing with the one guy, which resulted in the.
No clue.
It was a dude who ended up dying because of getting choked up.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
They're trying to do that to earn sympathy points on the internet.
yeah. And
What are you talking
people
about?
are going, George Foreman or whatever his name,
Floyd.
George Floyd. Floyd.
No, he was
Yeah,
the guy
Floyd.
that got shot.
No, Floyd didn't get shot. Floyd couldn't.
No, he was
had a
strangled.
strangled. Yeah,
Ah,
or had issues breathing when they arrested him. So, oh, but I fixed my camera. Lavender,
Oh,
did you
my.
notice that? I found out that the USB plug that I had it plugged in the back wasn't working right, as near as I can figure, because I've got it on a little hub now that sits on the front that I've got connected to my computer, different USB port, and it's working just
Okay.
fine. So, I don't know.
That's very moo.
Moo! I was going to put it on its little tripod. I have a little tripod for my camera. Little
Oh.
tiny thing. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, indeed.
And it allows me to adjust which angle the camera is looking at. But I
Okay.
was like, no, I'll just put it on the USB port and see what happens.
Parrish, as far as requiring homeowners insurance, basically what happens is it's usually required by mortgage companies.
I don't have a
Hmm.
mortgage, so.
Yeah.
But the reason to have insurance is because I live in Florida, if there's a hurricane and my house is destroyed, they will
Yeah.
pay to repair the house or give me what the house is worth if it's totally unrepairable.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So at this rate, they're almost charging you more than what you'd get.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous what they charge these days.
it's like the whole system is set up to screw the poor.
Yep.
It is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
is. Nobody really understands that they pay less costs to actually do everything than what they're charging to their customers.
Yeah.
They just want to make a quick buck.
Yep, that's it exactly.
The purpose of insurance is not to protect anyone. It is to make a profit. It's a business.
Yep.
If you
Not
could
ev-
if you could make a profit while protecting people, that'd be ideal.
Yes.
Not everything should be the for-profit motive.
Yes, Parrish, that's
Yeah.
exactly it. Yeah.
Hmm?
Parrish
Yeah.
says, the bank requires the insurance so they won't lose the money they're loaning you. Yes,
Right.
that's the way it works.
The thing is, if I were to somehow get a way to make an insurance company, I mean, yeah, I'd still have to operate as with the whole profit thing in mind because that'd be what I need to keep the business afloat. But I do my best to insure everybody and do actual fucking protection.
Huh.
I guess that's why I'm never not fit to be an insurance manager because I'm
Probably.
just too damn honest.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Most insurance companies are crooks
Oh, yeah.
because they don't give you what you deserve, even though they're making billions of dollars of profit.
I'm
Mhm.
talking like $15 a month easily, so that I could cover people entirely. It's like just give them a mass full coverage for everything.
The $15 wouldn't cover it,
Okay, 100 then.
but that's still
Price is negotiable depending on your ability to pay.
Yeah, you're not going to see that happen.
not anymore. Blarg.
I am
Yeah, I
so,
guess I'm just too damn honest.
I
Mm.
am so happy that I don't have that much longer to live. Because no, I'm not going to make it to 120. So shut up, all of you.
Well, my mom is about to be put on oxygen full time.
We keep telling her she
Oh.
needs to stop smoking.
Yep.
She
She has
doesn't
gotten to
listen.
the point she cannot even walk without having issues breathing. So they're going to take away her big oxygen machine that she uses at night to sleep and give her a little portable one that she can carry around with her that will sit on her bedside at night when she sleeps that she can use.
Okay.
And yes, a big portion of that is because she smokes. She will not quit smoking, which we've all told her if you quit smoking, your emphysema will stop bothering you quite so much
Mhm.
and your COP won't be so severe.
But
But
no,
no.
we know nothing and she knows everything.
I am so happy I quit smoking. I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to give anybody a hard time, but it just did me so much good.
To quit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I've
a
Um,
tried
large.
to explain that to
Yeah.
her that, if she didn't smoke so much, um, she wouldn't have near the issues she has.
But
Yeah, that
she
was
doesn't
Mhm.
want to listen.
yeah, that was largely what killed my dad. He had COPD. His lungs collapsed. They went to the hospital, reinflated his lungs. A week later, they collapsed again. So they did some kind of surgery where it like kind of stuck the lungs to the outer
Right.
part, so they would hold
Hmm.
the lungs opened.
Right.
And apparently during the surgery, he got MRSA in his lungs.
Oh, yep. That would do it.
So that was kind of the end of him.
Yep. And, you know, I've never wanted to smoke. Never had the desire to learn. Um, and that I can put on my mother because we used to pretend every kid does it when their parents smoke that we were smoking with her
Okay.
growing up. It was a thing. Everybody around us smoked, so we pretended with our little Halloween candy stick cigarettes
Yeah.
that we were
I remember
smoking.
those.
Hmm. And my mom caught us, and she's like, "Okay, you guys want to pretend to smoke? Okay, well, why don't I teach you how to smoke? Here you go. Here's a real cigarette. And she lit it for us, and she had us smoke the cigarette. And she taught us to inhale, and it made us all horribly, horribly, horribly sick.
Yeah, I always wonder
And
how people
none
get
of us
past
can
the.
smoke.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get past that first one.
Oh God. Yeah.
You think
I
after
would never
going through that,
smoke.
you'd be like, yeah, a pass.
Mm,
Well,
well,
I thought it was going to help me be accepted by my
mhm,
peers. I was an
yep.
idiot. Okay.
I never took up smoking because, well, this is going to be kind of embarrassing. I couldn't figure out how to work it. And,
Okay. Okay.
and even if I could, after reading about the nasty effects it has, I would have dropped it like a fucking hot rock.
Took me 50 years to do that.
Yeah.
I find the easiest way to quit smoking is to never start in the first place.
Yes,
Yep.
you are correct.
This
Yeah.
is true.
Yep. You're very true.
I got really lucky 4.5 years ago. I put down my pipe for the last time, and I got really lucky in the sense that even though I was still experiencing some cravings, they were nowhere near as bad as they were the other times I tried to quit before that. So
Mhm.
I was able, took me a while, took me about six
Right.
months, but
Well,
I was able to just get off and stay off.
hmm you got lucky. My mom, she smokes a pack and a half of cigarettes a day. It's ridiculous.
Oh, my.
And we tried to
Yeah.
tell her to stop.
Well, and that's like she wanted us to move in with her and sell
Well,
this
you can't
place.
you can't do that.
Mm-mm. I would
We
not
told
be able
her
to.
we told her
Uh,
stop smoking.
I told her I'm not moving in with you unless A, you quit smoking, and B, you help with the housework.
And neither of those was going to happen.
No, that's the reason she wants me to move in with her so that I can do the housework. I can do the cooking. I can do the dishes. I can do the laundry. I can do the dusting, the vacuuming. I can take care of her dog.
Well, she sits
know.
and smokes away,
Yeah.
turning you into a slave.
Yep. I
Well,
told her it wasn't going to happen.
did she even want you in the French maid's outfit? Come on.
Ha! No.
Considering the fact that basically whenever we're over there, we'll do the one thing she asks for, and then now do this for me, and then now
Yeah.
do this for me, and this.
Yeah.
Then you can go home. But before you go home, do this for me.
Yeah.
I'd walk out.
Well, I've stopped helping her unless she's so desperate that she's calling me constantly.
So what's
'Cause we
that,
know it'll
every
just-
other day?
No, actually, she hasn't called me in about 4 months.
Oh, my.
Yeah, big change. The only time she calls me is for computer support over the phone, and it's like, okay, mom, do this. But how do I do this? Okay, mom, go to here, open this, do this. Now bring your mouse up here and click on that and do this. And I have to walk her through it by going to my own computer and telling her what she needs to do by actually doing it with my computer, because she won't understand unless I use the exact concise path she has to go.
She is
Okay.
illiterate
Ugh.
when it comes to computers.
And half the time it's because she's doing stupid stuff. And it's like, mom, it doesn't work that way. She keeps calling. She is illiterate computer illiterate to call Firefox her internet.
All right.
as
if
if-
that
you
was
remember-
the whole thing.
Right. You remember when you used to have AT&T Yahoo browser, I guess, and Yahoo had its own internet
Yep.
service,
Yeah.
and you would use that through the internet browser to get online.
Mhm.
Well, she keeps thinking that's how you get online because that's what she used to have.
That's stupid.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Firefox is a browser. It is a program. Internet Explorer is a browser. It is a program. It's not the fucking internet.
You can't tell your grandma that. She won't listen.
Yeah,
if I have to hold her freaking face down to the keyboard and say, "Look, this is how it works. This is your browser. It is
Okay,
not
you're
the
yelling,
internet
stop.
itself."
Thank you.
It's like talking to a brick fucking wall.
Yeah.
It's that computer illiteracy is how she got her sorry ass hacked and scammed.
Yep.
Oh
And
my.
tried to tell her,
Oh,
but
yeah.
she wouldn't listen.
Oh. My mother now has to have a special PIN that she has to give every year when she files her taxes because she was a victim of identity theft.
Oh my.
Because she was having issues on her computer, or what she thought were issues on her computer, which it was only her browser being slow. And she got to a site and it had one of those, "You have caught a virus"
Oh
dingies.
my
Oh,
word.
no,
Yes.
I-
Yeah.
I actually want to go to one of those
And
and just
she-
waste their fucking time.
And she
And
contacted
she
them and
contacted
gave them.
them. Yeah. And the problem was they actually got onto her computer and started doing all sorts of shit.
Charging
she
her
gave
card.
them one of
She
those
gave them,
sharing things.
Yes. Unfortunately. And then they got a whole bunch of her money for helping her. And then they turned around and started doing all kinds of shit with her identity.
Boy, I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah.
I kind of want to just call one of them and start messing with them.
Oh yes, we have a new response for when scammers call us. Yes. Hi, you've contacted Hell's Kitchen. You ice 'em, we dice 'em. How can I help you? We have plenty of meal plans that we can provide for you. You just have to tell me, do you want fresh or frozen? Do you want venison, pork, beef, or human? We do provide fresh, but you must provide the corpse, or frozen, which we'll go and find one for you.
Okay.
By the time I get to that, they're gone.
The spam calls I get usually don't have anyone on the other end.
Oh no, they call me constantly trying to do a Obamacare healthcare plan, low cost.
I'd almost wish I get that because if I actually pick them up, it's just silence on the other end, and it just hangs up on me.
No.
Oh,
no,
we've gotten that
constantly.
quite a few times, actually.
We've gotten that
I
quite
get
a
that.
few times.
Yeah, I get that constantly.
Yeah.
I don't even get the point of that.
There's also dead end taxidermy. You kill them, we fill them. And hi, you've called Jekyll and Hyde Morgue. You stab them, we slab them. Do you have a dead body for us to pick up?
Yeah, that last one was the first one we used.
Yeah.
And we actually almost got an address out of one of those fools.
Yeah, it must have been the poor
my.
woman's first day on the job, and she got us.
Because we actually almost got her address, and if we had gotten it, we'd have been reporting her sorry ass to the Indian police.
Okay then.
Or
It's
to
like,
the
hey,
FBI. Or to the ATF. You know, any of the the FCC, that's the one.
Well, it depends on where she was.
India
Well,
probably.
Was she in
We don't know.
Bangalore or?
We don't know.
I generally don't even pick up
She
the
was-
phone if it's not somebody on my contact list.
Right. Well, half the time I do it, I want to see if they're actually going to fall for it. You know, because that's half the humor.
Mm-hmm.
And by that point, it's like I get 5 or 6 of these healthcare calls a day now.
And we're just sick and tired of it, so we're gonna try and get them to stop calling any way we can. And if that's
eventually, because it's always the same person calling.
literally the same person.
Mm-hmm. And
In
they
one
will,
case, it was the same person over
right.
and over and over and over again,
I
using different
had
names.
one guy call me, and it was the same guy. And I had the first time, hi, my name is Luke Rogers. I'm calling from Obamacare. I'm like, I'm not interested. Goodbye. I hung up. An hour and a half later, hi, my name is Greg. I'm calling you from blah blah Obamacare, healthcare, blah blah blah. Oh, okay, Greg. Nope, sorry, not interested. I hung up. Hi, my name is Luke Evans. Oh, Luke Evans. Earlier you were Luke Rogers, and about an hour ago you were Greg. Click.
Yeah, the one I got was from U.S. Federal Reserve.
That's an hour and a half after that. A female called instead of the guy, and I'm like, So in other words, you're calling for Luke Rogers, Greg, Luke Evans, who knows I know this is a scam. So I'm really not interested, and I really wish you all would stop calling my house. Click.
Look, Luke, if you call me again, I'm gonna track you down and take your phone and shove it up your ass.
Well, I got 3 days of blissful silence after that, and then it started back up again. So every time they call now, I'm just like, I'm not interested in your scam. Click.
When I get a hold of them, hi, you've reached Jekyll and Hyde Morgue. You stab them, we slab them. Do you have a dead body you need us to pick up? And usually they'll just go click. But the poor woman who must have had her first day on the job was like, hi, welcome to Jekyll and Hyde Morgue. You stab them, we slab them. Do you have a dead body you need us to pick up?
Yes.
Wait, you're serious? You actually have a dead body you need us to pick up?
Yes.
Cool. Can I have your address? We'll be over there right away.
Blah, 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 blah. Click. As her supervisor hung up on her.
We must have scared the shit out of him.
It's just so unfortunate that
Hi, Sylvia.
Sylvia. I guess it would be what the FCC allowed various people like debt collectors and whatever to spoof their phone numbers.
Right.
And then private citizens got their hands on that technology.
And then it got sent overseas. And now see, what it is if you've ever watched Pierogi or Jim Browning, what it is they get this company that allows them to make a certain number of calls using their program for a certain amount of money a month. And in that, they can put in a program that allows them to create phone numbers they're calling from. So that it looks like they're calling from the U.S.
Yeah, we got a call from an ice cream company.
Yeah, spoofing. Really. Yeah.
I told them your phone number got...
Sorry. That's how they end up spoofing the phone numbers, because it creates a random U.S. phone number.
Yeah, a couple times I got called from my own phone number.
Yep.
You're serious.
I'm serious.
We've had that. And it was an actual person, and they're like, hi, we're calling from blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, interesting. I do have a question. And they're like, yes. Can you explain to me how you are calling me from wherever you're calling me from my own phone number? Click.
It's like, what the hell? It's like, hello, yes, hi, Talon.
Keep it down, honey.
It's like, oh, hey, Talon, is that you on the other end? Yeah. If I were to do that, it's like, hey, Talon, is that you on the other end? Cool. Can you tell me which fox girl I decided to marry today?
Anthropomorphic.
Fox girl?
Yeah.
The call is coming from inside the home.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what horrible horror movie was that from?
Several.
Yeah, where there was a particular don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
That's the one. Where people were dying because they were getting called from within their own phone by some horror thing. person.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. I never watched that one. It was too creepy.
It's like, think, hello, dead end taxidermy. You kill him, we fill him, and just watches the horror guy just goes, "What the fuck?"
If only horror movies worked that way.
It's like you can just see the guy on the other end just going, what the hell?"
Now, isn't
I don't
there?
know.
We've started on horror movies. Isn't there a horror movie where there's these group of kids that are bashing horror movies? Wasn't it Scream?
Yeah,
The original Scream, where they were bashing horror movies.
rule number 1: you can never have sex. That was Scream.
Yeah, and then there's rule number 3: don't answer the phone, or something like that.
Well, don't look at me. I mean, with me, name a film, and you can be guaranteed that I will not know what you're talking about.
Okay, let's see.
Transformers.
Let's see. What? Let's see. See if that's correct. Okay. Yeah, here it is. The rules in Scream. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Okay. You can never have sex. You can never drink or do drugs. Never, ever, never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, say, I'll be right back, because you won't. Scream 2. The body count is always bigger. The death scenes are always much more elaborate, more blood, more gore. If you want your sequel to become a franchise, never, ever, the stew is cut off by Dewey. And never finished the rule, but the trailer for the movie finished the rule, noting its conclusion as never, ever, under any circumstances, assume the killer is dead. Rules in Scream 3. You got a killer who's going to be superhuman. Stabbing him won't work. Shooting him won't work. Basically, in the third one, you gotta cryogenically freeze his head, decapitate him, or blow him up. Number 2. Anyone, including the main character, can die. And number 3. The past will always come back to bite you in the ass. Whatever you think you know about the past, forget it. The past is not at rest. Rules in Scream 4. Let's see. Largely presented out of order by various characters. These include an opening sequence that blows the doors off with a way more extreme kill. The unexpected is the new cliche. Modern audiences get sappy to the rules of the originals. The reverse has become the new standard. The only surefire way to survive a modern horror movie, you pretty much gotta be gay.
No, okay.
And most importantly, don't fuck with the original. And of course, Scream 2022. Never trust the love interest. The killer's motive is always connected to something in the past. The first victim always has a friend group that the killer is always a part of. Oh my. And this is the new Scream, which is they've just started playing the previews for.
Yeah, also, I can see Scream 3 being, you know what? We've got a killer who's superhuman. Let's take care of him using the only technology we have that ensures someone is going to be dead. Ladies and gentlemen, I need a insert nuclear missile warhead here. Dropped on insert coordinates here. Please make it fast and with all haste.
Let's
then
nuke him from orbit. It's the only way to be
way
sure.
to be sure.
which of course didn't work either.
Planet Cracker.
No, it didn't work because the aliens were already on board the escape pod.
Ah.
Aliens 3. But did you ever watch the latest Aliens movie? What was it? Resurrection? Or Poseidon? No. Prometheus? One that
I
begins
don't
with a
care
P.
about Alien.
Do you know how horrified mothers were with that movie? Because they had an alien infest a baby, an infant.
Okay.
Yeah. Ugh. I couldn't watch it.
Nope.
Facehuggers on adults is bad enough. A facehugger on an infant? Ugh.
Ugh. Was it still in Was it still in utero?
No.
Oh, thank God.
No, it was alive and kicking out of the womb in I don't know what. I didn't actually watch it. I just heard about it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It would have been even worse if it was still in utero.
Yes.
Ay, caramba.
But yeah. Yeah.
Tayo Korosto.
And of course, the latest Friday the 13th movie. Maybe this time Jason will be permanently dead.
Nuke him!
So
I
that
can't
might not
believe-
work.
I can't believe they're still doing Friday the 13th movies.
Well, they did find in one of the ones we found that Jason was basically this worm inhabiting the corpse.
Really?
What?
Huh.
They
Jason is a worm?
they basically just completely destroyed Jason's body. And he was this thing that was like basically inhabiting other bodies.
Oh my God, it's a Goa'uld.
Basically.
yeah.
Huh.
Okay, so the first Friday the 13th was 2009. Oh my word.
What?
Yeah. The first Friday the 13th film came out in 2009. So they've been milking this baby.
You're kidding.
No.
The Friday the 13th franchise is only 13 years old?
Well, now I'm kind of confused here. So wait, no,
Okay.
I'm seeing movies over here. Hang on.
Okay. Hell baby.
I'm seeing
we
Friday
go.
the 13th, 1980.
Okay,
that's the
that
first
makes a
one.
whole lot more sense.
Looks like there's another one from 2009 that's
Oh,
looks
here
like
we
a
are.
reboot.
The Hell Baby is a creature depicted in the 1993 film Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Within the context of the plot, this demon is the carrier of Jason Voorhees' soul,
Yeah,
as well
that's
as
the worm
those
thing.
of his victims. It
Yeah,
came to be after Jason's original body was destroyed by an FBI assault.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
Uh-huh.
about. It's like this
Yeah,
worm thing
from
that just
Jason
inhabits
Goes
other
to
people's
Hell.
bodies.
Yeah, The Final Friday. Unfortunately, they didn't end with that. There is a new Jason movie coming out.
And then they did Jason X, and then Jason versus
Mhm.
Freddy, and then apparently there looks like it's a reboot for Friday the 13th.
When
Yeah.
will this franchise die?
Down,
Down, volume. Yeah.
Just nuke him and be done with it.
Oh man, what amazes me is that the first film, the budget was $500,000. God, how much
Mhm.
money have they made on that original investment?
God only knows.
I'm gonna look that up, actually.
Okay, Jason Goes to Hell, Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, Uber
Whoa.
Jason, Jason.
Ooh.
Uh,
Ah. You want to know how much money they made on that initial investment? Well over 100 times, or over 100 times what they put in.
Yeah.
Was that just the first film, or was that all of them?
That's the first film.
Uh-huh.
59.8 mil
It's amazing,
in
isn't
the box office.
it?
Yeah.
It's amazing what people will pay their money
Is she,
for.
is she going after you something on your over your head? Up. No, other direction
Ay,
up.
caramba!
Where's the little one? Hey, you. She's on top of my amplifier.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure she's safe up there and not gonna knock anything down.
Oh,
Because that would hit you on the head.
she likes to sit up there.
Okay.
I guess it's warm.
It's warm. Yeah. Well, Loki has taken to spending 24 or 23 out of the 24 hours of a day sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just looked it up right now. Apparently, the Friday the 13th film would, if it were released today and made as much money, it would actually, adjusting for inflation, it actually made $216 million.
Huh.
In today's market.
I
Yeah.
could use that.
Oh yeah.
And that's just the first movie.
Well, how much has the franchise itself made?
The franchise is worth, let me look that up. Okay, Friday the 13th apparently estimated. I don't care about that. I want to see the franchise gross is. Franchise gross, I don't care about that. I want the actual grossing. The films have grossed over 468 million at the box office worldwide.
Mm.
It was the highest releasing. Apparently, it's the highest releasing one until Halloween 2018.
Mm. Okay, well, here we go. Freddy versus Jason lifetime gross 10 million. No, $10,793.
What's that?
So, Freddy versus Jason 2021 re-release.
Yes. So far, the Freddy vs. Jason movie actually made
The original release made 82,622,000 in theaters. Yeah, it made on its opening night 36 million opening.
I wish I knew how to get these suckers to pay me all kinds of money.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's just the Friday the 13th film
Well,
franchise.
what you have to keep in mind is when they released it in theaters, it was released in 3,014 theaters to make that 36 million.
Yeah, so you had to have a pretty good bankroll to get it out
Mhm.
there.
Right. Right.
The fact is, that's a lot of cheddar.
Yeah.
Yep. And not a bad amount of Swiss either.
Mm-mm. But you can look that up on Box Office Mojo by IMDb Pro.
But wait, it gets good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nightmare on Elm Street franchise has pulled in actually around the same amount of money.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
$490 million.
It amazes me how much these things make and how much people complain about money they don't have. You know, who has the money to be spending on all this stuff when they're complaining about the money they don't have?
Holy shit. The Halloween film franchise actually has pulled in $884 million.
And I wish I could have that money.
I'd take even half of that.
Yeah. Rules to successfully survive a horror movie. 1. Don't live anywhere where the horror movie is taking place. I don't live in Camp Crystal Lake. I don't live in Springwood, Ohio. Therefore, I'm automatically safe from both threats. Fuck you, Freddy. Fuck you, Jason. You can't get me here on the Gulf Coast.
Well, actually, Jason might be able to. He can travel outside Crystal Lake.
Yeah,
Freddy's
but
a
does
bit
he
of a
have the
different story.
motivation?
Probably not.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh God.
Not to mention, I'm a single player when it comes to things like this. If you catch my meaning.
I
If
don't
you
want to
get
know.
my drift.
Mm.
You know what I mean when I say I'm a single player?
I don't want to know. I haven't heard the conversation.
Automatically spares me from having to deal with that knife wielding schmuck.
If you say so. I'm just going to deny everything.
Deny everything.
It's the only way to be sure. Ah,
Oh my.
mm. It was such a pretty day this morning, and now it's turning gray.
It was gray all day for me.
Yeah, same here.
Well, it was mostly sunny earlier. Temperature of 76, 77. Now we're mostly cloudy at 78.
I hate you.
Why? What's it
Where
up
am I
there?
at?
Oh, let's see what we've got here. It's colder than that, I will tell you. Okay, weather.com. Okay, cloudy and 38.
Ugh.
Hey,
Bleh.
any chance we could give you 20 degrees?
Let's see, according to weather.com, I'm at 76 right now.
Wait, where the hell are you, man?
He's a couple hours away from us.
Yeah, you're what, in Miami or some shit like that?
No.
Crystal
No.
River.
No.
No, Mage.
No, I'm only like a 2-3 hour south of the tornadoes here.
Yeah, you're like over by Orlando, I think, right?
I'm
Somewhere on-
I'm on the Gulf Coast.
Oh, you're on the Gulf Coast too?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should come hang out with us sometime.
We're on the Gulf Coast too.
Come to us. We have Hungry Howie's, the best damn pizza place in the Union.
Oh my god.
Oh man, I tell you, that was so wonderful of Jeff to take you to Hungry Howie's.
Mhm. Yeah, it was. Oh, what is?
He was just amazing.
Oh god. What is Putin doing now?
Oh no.
I'm
What
somewhere
is
in
this
the
shit?
I'm somewhere in the Sarasota County.
No, children trained with automatic weapons dance with the letter Z. Russian Putin strengthens shivering patriotic and military education. Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Oh, great. He's giving children access to automatic weapons.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Well, they
This-
already have that here.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
crazy.
That's why I can say this can only end well.
Mm. Oh my
Sarcasm.
goodness. Yeah. Oh.
No, I don't see
Excuse me.
this ending anytime soon,
Mm-mm.
ever.
I think it's going to be years before this shit with Putin is over. He needs
Yeah.
to be dealt with,
To the
but
fullest
it's not going
extent
to
of the
happen.
law.
Well, it's going to come down to a point where we won't have a choice but to step in and intervene.
And then all hell is going to break loose.
Quite literally, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's called From the Ground, flying 30 miles high before raining down on us.
Yeah.
And sending everything away in a bright big whoom.
Oh, I don't know.
And then we'll be claimed by the Great Filter. Yay.
I said it before. I'll say it again. I don't care what you think of me saying it. I am just so happy I haven't got that much time left.
Hmm.
I mean, between being 65 years old and not at all healthy, I don't see
Yeah.
myself lasting too much longer. Hollywood. I thought Hollywood was on the Gulf Coast, but I guess not.
No, it's
Mhm.
on the Pacific.
No, Hollywood is just north of Miami.
Hollywood, Florida. Oh, okay.
Oh,
We're on
okay.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a suburb in LA. No, not this one.
That is never not gonna confuse me.
Mm.
Because next time I say, "Hey, Dad, can you take us to Hollywood?" He'll take us down to Miami and he'll say, "There, I took you to Hollywood."
Oh my.
But that's okay because I've already been to Hollywood, the real Hollywood,
Okay.
and I got to see the Church of Scientology down there too.
Oh Lord.
Did you get your thetans fixed?
No,
Yeah.
no, my Thetans are quite happy exactly where they are. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. Yeah, the
They
Church
wanna-
of Scientology is just their whole religion was created by L. Ron Hubbard.
Bet.
It was a joke. Yeah, it was on a bet.
It was a joke, and people started believing it, and it's like, holy fuck, people.
It's amazing what people want to believe.
Yeah,
Wait, you're saying he did it on a bet?
it was a joke. It was created as a joke.
If memory serves me, it was a bet between Hubbard. Let me see. Who was 2001?
Kubrick?
No, the guy who wrote the book.
Oh, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Who wrote it? I don't remember.
My Google foo is strong. I shall find this.
Your Google
2001.
Space Odyssey.
Arthur C. Clarke.
Yes,
Clark, yeah.
Clark, Hubbard, and there was another one in there.
Asimov.
Either Asimov or Heinlein. I forget which one.
But it was a big joke between all of them.
Here we go. Common rumor claims that the creation of Scientology was the result of a bar bet between L. Ron Hubbard, Robert Heinlein, Robert Leiby. Oh, where's Arthur C. Clarke? I thought he was in on that one.
Maybe not.
Either way,
Either
it
way,
was
if
a
it was
joke. And people believed it to be real, that they real religion.
And
Oh
then
my
they started
gosh.
donating.
Yeah.
From my understanding, Ron Hubbard started believing his own bullshit at some point.
Mm,
Oh, that happens often enough. Yeah.
mm, 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 mm.
Oh
It's
my, oh
crazy
my.
how it happens. It makes you wonder where all this money that they donate is going.
Buying a lot of single malt scotch.
I would imagine they've got to be token something for it. Hmm.
I just couldn't spend that much money on myself. I really cannot think of anything I want that would
Mhm.
cost that much money.
Oh yeah,
I could
it's
think of things I
crazy.
want.
Oh yeah, but nothing I would spend that much money on.
Yeah.
What are their what is the donation for being a perfect giver? Wasn't it?
What, in Scientology?
Yeah.
Perfect giver.
Or to be I can't think of the word I'm looking for.
Operating Thetan 3.
Whatever.
OT3.
Yeah, okay.
Let me look that up.
Hmm. Think what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight.
Mm, I think I'm going to make homemade shrimp lo mein.
Ooh, that
Ay,
sounds
caramba.
tasty. God,
Mm.
Ay,
that sounds
caramba.
good.
Ay, caramba.
Now wait a minute.
500 thou.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you
At
realize
least.
that the people who are donating that much don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe grilled cheese with bacon in the middle.
That sounds
Ooh,
good
that
too.
sounds good.
But yeah, no, I took I made shrimp lo mein and Tornado actually ate it the other day.
All right.
I took some lo mein noodles, uncooked,
Okay.
and I had some lo mein seasoning, and I have some what's called broccoli straws, which is basically it's
Yeah.
cabbage, broccoli, carrots, and red cabbage cut in strips, real
Yes.
fine strips that you can use
Yes.
as a salad if you want.
Uh-huh. I've
I
had it.
put that all together with the seasoning mix and cooked the noodles, added those in, and then I added some kung pao stir fry sauce and a little bit of
Ooh.
teriyaki sauce.
Oh, and apparently,
Oh, it's really spicy.
if you tell people about your about what you learned in Scientology, it's $100,000 fine,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
really.
which is a load of bullshit.
But yeah,
Now it's on the internet for all the world to see.
mm,
And
but
you know what
yeah,
the internet never does, right?
never forgets.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm
But
looking at this here. Oh,
mm,
look at all that stuff. Ooh.
what?
You're making me want to make lo mein.
Mm,
Because on this one I'm seeing carrot sticks. I'm seeing water chestnuts.
uh-huh.
I'm seeing bamboo shoots. I'm seeing snow peas.
Yeah,
Oh God, that looks, and of course the shrimp.
yeah.
Because I've got a couple pounds of shrimp up in my freezer.
Mm-hmm. I have one package more of shrimp left, and lo mein noodles aren't that hard to find. Um,
Right.
The hardest thing for me to get was the lo mein seasoning. For a let me grab the package. I've got some chow mein seasoning. It's similar.
Another idea I could do is maybe my mac and cheese.
I can send you guys the Zenu leaflet.
Senu?
Zenu.
Zenu. What is? Oh, that's the
Zeno.
Scientology. Yeah. Oh God, look at that. Oh God, that looks so good. I want.
Chow mein seasoning. Right? For a
Okay,
package of this, they're charging almost $6 for one package. For
that's
of
one
these.
recipe's worth, right?
Yeah. But for like this one, for chow mein, you need 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and 3/4 cup of water for this, for just the package.
Okay.
Then you need another 2 tablespoons of oil, celery stalks sliced, 1 onion and 1 carrot sliced, 2 cups bean sprouts, 1 can crisp chow mein noodles, which you can use this to make lo mein too.
Okay.
Um,
I'm looking over here,
mhm,
and oh my, this says for the sauce, 2
mhm.
tablespoons light soy sauce, a tablespoon dark soy sauce, 2 tablespoons Shaoxing wine, 2
Which
tablespoons.
you can use instead of Shaoxing wine, you can use rice wine vinegar,
Yes.
or you can use mirin. It's a matter of
Yeah.
taste.
Which I've got the
Yeah.
mirror in here,
Hmm.
and then 2
Well, the mirin will
tablespoons.
make it sweet
Mhm.
but you can add some vinegar in to get the bitter taste.
You're gonna be making that stuff again tonight, Mom?
I'm thinking about it, but it's going to be more of a chow mein sauce versus a lo mein sauce.
Hey, I want spicy. I want it spicy.
I will give you spice in yours. I'll pour some of the stir fry sauce over
There
it.
you go. And then
Well,
they
I
want.
have Kung Pao stir fry sauce,
Okay.
which
And
is
then
spicy. You can see the peppers floating in it.
this one wants 2 tablespoons oyster sauce, teaspoons granulated sugar, teaspoon toasted sesame oil,
Hmm.
pinch of ground white pepper. Okay,
Right.
I've got everything but the oyster sauce.
Do you have hoisin sauce?
Yes, I do.
You can use hoisin sauce instead.
Okay.
The only
Um,
difference is one is more of a more fishier. It's a fishier taste than the other.
yeah, huh?
Hmm.
And then what do they want in here? Okay, they want 6 scallions, 3
Green
tablespoons
onions.
vegetable oil.
Mhm.
Yep. A cup of shredded carrots, cup of snow peas, 8-ounce can of water chestnuts, 8-ounce cans of bamboo shoots, pound of raw shrimp, tablespoon minced garlic cloves. Only a tablespoon? 2 teaspoons grated fresh ginger, 2 cups mung bean sprouts, and extra soy sauce. Oh my word. I wonder if I can print this because there's got to be a way. Yes, I can. There's got to be a way I can get to the store and buy everything I need. Because, yes, I think I
Yeah, because you
want.
don't have the Walmart delivery won't deliver to you, will it?
Yes, it will, but not today.
Why not today?
It's too soon. Tomorrow at the earliest.
Really? You
Hmm.
don't have. Okay.
Yeah,
See,
it's.
I can get it same day.
Oh, wow.
Do you have Walmart? Are you a Walmart Plus member?
Yeah, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
You sure they don't have today delivery today?
I don't know. Maybe I'm full of
If
shit. Maybe
you
they
if
do.
you well, okay, if you order as long as it's not, if you don't want it within the next 2 hours, like say you want it in 4 hours, they should be able to deliver it today by 6:30 p.m.
I may have to try. I may have to
It
try
can't
that.
hurt to look.
Yeah, that's true.
Just go to their site and do like a normal delivery you would do.
Oh my. Okay, so wait a minute. I'm going to pull out the tongue here that holds the paper as it comes out. I'm going to print this recipe. I want this. I want to eat it.
I'm thinking of heading off, guys.
Okay, sweetie.
Big
Okay,
hugs to
honey.
everyone.
You be
Keep the
good.
volume down.
Will do.
Great
Boy.
having you here.
Later.
Nice to be back.
Yay.
Later.
Bye,
Later.
sweetie. Yarg.
Oh my. So total time for this will be a half an hour. Okay.
Mhm.
The thing is, I'm just going to have to clean up enough space to make the food. You don't want to see what this place looks like.
Well, I've been having to do a lot more cleaning in my kitchen. We have had a mouse come in.
Oh no.
Well, thankfully, it's only one mouse, and we're not sure how it got in, but I'm expecting it came in through the laundry room.
Okay.
And he's under my refrigerator.
Oh my.
And I've got a couple of mouse traps behind the refrigerator, but he's evading them. He's ignoring them.
Smart.
Oh, it's a very smart mouse. The first night I put out the traps, he tripped one, and we got fur in it, but no mouse.
I have.
And then he tripped another one, and still didn't get caught. So now he's avoiding the traps.
I had a mouse in my computer room once. I had this. It's basically a cage with it's a wooden cage with a little door that kind of swings open. Put a little bit of food in the cage. I set at the thing so the door was up against the wall, but it's opened. So I just waited for the mouse to go into the cage to get the food, and I just pushed against the whole cage, and the thing pushed against the walls and closed him up in there. And caught him that way.
Right. Well, I think because the cat is spending so much time sleeping, and he never gets behind the refrigerator anyway, I might have to get some mouse poison. The little tiny pellets.
Well, with only one animal in the house, besides Talon, it's a little easier that way.
Yeah. Well, I think Loki is suffering depression.
Because the other two are gone.
Right. When Shadow was here, he would come out. He'd lay with us here in the kitchen, or not the kitchen, the dining room with me. And anytime the dog would move through the house, he would get up, go greet the dog, and sometimes he'd arc his back to rub under Shadow's chin. And now, without Shadow around, he's spending his entire day curled up in my bedroom sleeping.
How old is Loki?
As old as Shadow.
So he's not young. Okay.
No, he's not. He's 13.
I was wondering.
Almost 14.
I was wondering if you were going to have to get him a friend because he was going to have to spend a lot of life alone.
No, I think I wouldn't say he's on his last legs, but he's up there in years. Cats live a lot longer than dogs.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
And where is our fluffy boy? He's curled up in the box by that lazy Susan table in my bedroom.
Yeah, my cat.
Yeah.
Cats have lived a long time for me. We've been about 18.
Yeah. Well, he's 13, so he might live another 3 or 4 more years, maybe 5.
Yeah.
My Miranda died at 15, and her sister Ariel died at 19.
Right. Well, and Loki has an easy life. He eats, he sleeps, he shits. He very rarely, he doesn't even go after the laser pointer anymore, if that tells you anything.
Okay, then.
He's just content to laze around.
And before Shadow died, he was going after the laser pointer.
Okay, then.
So I'm pretty sure he's depressed.
Yeah. Oh, it's easy to believe. I know my Winston went through a bout of depression when Miranda died. I mean, Miranda hated his ass. but
Right.
he still missed her.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to seriously have to consider even just a one room, just a bomb for one room, because that's the only
No,
room that we're having fleas issues in.
that you know of.
Mm.
No, because if you go in that room, you get attacked by fleas. If you don't
Okay,
go in that room, you might have one or two.
okay.
I mean, it is. We've got a towel stuffed up against, or a sheet stuffed up against the door, so they can't come out from underneath the door. And that is the only room we're getting bit by fleas in.
Well, if you can seal the room off, I'd say go ahead and do it. Yeah, just clear
Right.
everything you need to out of there, and then bomb
Well,
the fuck out of the place.
yeah. And they do have one room foggers, but we'd have to find a way to completely seal the room.
Yeah, and that's not easy.
Well, duct tape. Duct tape all along the door frame.
Mm.
Yeah, but do you have any ducks?
Yes.
You might well also cover the vent as well.
Okay,
Uh,
because yeah,
the
you know with
the only vent that would be in there is up in the ceiling.
Yeah.
So, um, we could
well,
probably
that's
do that. The problem is getting in there to seal the vent. You get attacked by fleas.
well. The thing is though that I don't know that it would mean very much going up through the vent because trying to remember if that stuff is lighter than air or heavier than air.
Oh no, it's a fogger, so it would drift downward. It
Yeah,
sprays up
so
and then drops down.
Well, at the very
you
least,
wouldn't.
maybe just close the vent off, so just
Yeah,
be on the safe side.
yeah, but that means going into the room.
Yeah,
So
it's not
yeah,
one of those where you can do the U.S. Marines. Open the door a
yeah.
crack, throw it in.
Oh God, I wish. What I'm thinking of doing, I have raid. I'm
Oh
thinking about
yeah,
cracking open the door and just spraying. You know what I mean?
yeah. Now
Well,
I'm disappointed in Raid because I was using that stuff against the corpse flies that I had when the
Mm.
girl upstairs died, and
Oh,
it wasn't doing such a good job.
was this recent?
Yeah, it was. Oh, let me think here. About the time that Minnow was here. When
Oh my
was that?
goodness.
September of last year?
They didn't know she died?
Right.
Oh my God.
She had her corpse had
Oh,
decomposed quite a bit. Where all
oh
you
my.
had to do was stand outside the closed door, and you knew that somebody had died in there.
Oh my gosh.
And I got corpse flies from that.
Oh,
And
goodness.
the only way I got rid of them was by turning the furnace off during a cold spell.
Oh, and let him just freeze.
Yeah.
Mm.
that's why I have my zap bracket.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, we're lucky. We don't get very many flies in our house. What we do get are gnats.
Yeah, I all get nets.
Uh,
I found these fly kind of a fly paper kind of stuff.
The
Was
fly strips, yeah,
yeah,
I had thought of those, but the thing
fly ribbon.
is, yeah,
yeah,
they hang down, and
yeah.
anywhere I can hang them in here, I'm in danger of walking into them.
Okay.
Like I said, I
Uh,
hung mine over the sink.
well, see, to give you an idea of how high my ceilings are, I'm going to move my camera here. Right there. Let's see. That is a 6 foot tall lamp,
What
and
is
that's
that? A
my
7 foot? What is that? A 7 foot ceiling?
8 foot,
Okay.
because that lamp is 6 feet.
And the way I hang them is I use a little bit
So,
of Scotch
but the
tape
problem
instead of the
is, look at my
pin that comes with it.
ceilings. Those are knotty pine ceilings through the
Yeah.
entire house. there's no way I would want to hang flypaper on
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I used a little bit of Scotch tape instead of the pin that it comes with.
Right, but I'm not tall enough to get up there.
I
I'm
know
sure
somebody.
I'd have to stand on a chair. Even TC has to stand on a chair to get at it.
Do you have a?
I was going to volunteer him.
You have something like what I have, where you have like a cabinet or something for over a sink?
Nope. I don't have any cabinets over my sink.
Hmm.
My
Oh,
sink
my.
is just the ceiling straight up. That's why I don't have a light over my sink either, which is as annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get one of those I thought about getting one of those solar powered lights strips that you can hang up, which has a little turn on, or a
Oh.
light that I could stick to the ceiling that has a plug. So I've got a plug beside my sink.
Yeah.
And have it where it's got one of those little flip switchies that you just flip it up and it turns on so that I can do my dishes at night.
Hmm.
You know how it's impossible to wash dishes in my house at night because I can't see.
Yeah, huh?
So,
No,
yeah.
I got lucky. I've got
Speaking
I've got a set of plugs next to my sink.
Mhm.
And when Purple was here, she
Mhm.
wired my kitchen side table for power, and I was able to plug it into that set of plugs that are next to my sink.
Oh, well, that
Another
would
place,
be nice.
another place you could maybe put a ribbon would be like in the frame of a window.
I have all of my windows are crank out windows.
Oh, those. I remember
Yeah,
those.
the ones that go up like this.
Oh, they go
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
The ones I grew up went out.
What are they called?
Are they Jefferson windows?
I don't know what they are. I can't get my camera that far.
Yeah,
This one. Okay. Let me get back on the main screen. I was going to look up mouse poison. Okay. TC, hold this. Hold it up like that.
Okay, I guess they're called casement windows.
Yeah, the window. Okay. If you look right there is a little crank out handle.
Yeah, that's you just
And
put it
it's
right above it, right there.
yeah. Well, I don't know that would work too well, but you can see how my windows go out. Yeah. They don't slide up, they crank out. Why did it just stop showing? What are you doing?
Did you
Come on.
accidentally unplug your camera?
No, it just
Oh man, I miss double hung windows.
yeah.
My dead coat taught me how to glaze,
Mhm.
and that's one thing I never forgot. And to this day, I
I
can
would
still glaze a
love
double hung window.
I would love to have regular windows.
Those
I
are the
would
kind of
love
those are the kind of windows I used to have in this house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Used to have.
Yeah, we've replaced them since.
How much did that cost?
I don't know. It was a long time ago. But I remember having
I
those in this
need to
house.
do that.
It's
I
gonna be
wonder.
expensive to replace
Oh, I
because you have to
know.
get those. You have to get those
Wonder.
double pane windows and all that because of the
Mhm.
hurricane and all that.
Yeah.
My my house doesn't
Wonder.
even have the windows that are up to code. So
Does that actually work
Replacement.
on mice?
Okay, let's see what this says from Anderson. Updated 2023 price list. Who is this? Buy one window, get one window 40% off. Get my free quote. I'm not interested in giving you all of my details just to find out how much a window costs.
If I was to guess, it'd be maybe 30, 40,000 for at least my house. That's two,
What was that?
uh, 8 windows. So if I was going to replace about 8 windows, it might run about 30, 40,000.
Oh, ow.
Okay, how
Because I
many
have,
windows?
let's
Here, let's
see,
just.
one,
Oh,
two,
for
three,
fuck's
four,
sake! All that.
5, 6,
Oh,
7,
All
yeah,
I want to know is how much a
9,
window costs.
yeah,
10,
and
11, 12, 13, 14, 16. I have 16 windows I would have to, 17 windows I would have to replace.
yeah, and the thing with me is I have two really big windows, and one's like a custom fit.
Uh, no, mine are all the same type of windows, but one has 3 instead of 2
Hmm.
panels that go up. So,
Okay.
yeah. But this house was built in 1962, so
Yeah, mine's
it's
older.
old.
I think mine was built in the
Let's
50s.
see. No. Do I want a bait station?
The house I grew up in, they tell me it was built in 1959.
Yeah, this house used to have a coal furnace
Oh
in
my!
Oh
in the
my.
hallway.
Yeah.
It's a closet now.
My babka's house had a coal furnace. That thing was built in what? 1900?
I remember when I was little, it used to kind of creep me out having to walk past that furnace in the hallway.
Why?
I don't know. I just found it kind of creepy because it had that iron metal gate
Oh,
in the
okay.
door for.
Yeah, Babka and Dedko had the furnace downstairs. That thing was, oh my God, it was a behemoth. Um, and of course, they had the coal chute into the basement under the porch. One side was the coal storage, and the other side was the root cellar.
Hmm.
Oh, I remember that root cellar. I miss that so much. I miss Babka. I miss Detko.
Yeah. But my mouse does not want to go to my mouse traps.
Notice she's referring to it as my mouse.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well,
they,
I
they
have,
already have a relationship here.
yes, the mouse in my
Mhm.
house is not me any longer.
Oh my, oh
But
my.
I was looking at these ultrasonic things to see if they would work. I
That
don't
might
know
work.
that they will. Well, unfortunately, Walmart is out of them.
Hmm. Check
Aw.
And
Amazon.
they say they repels rodents, rats, and mice.
It
So,
one thing you might work is ammonia.
well,
Yeah,
the
but you're not going
problem
to be very
is this
comfortable.
thing is under. Okay, I have one of these double door French door refrigerators, side by
Okay.
side doors, whatever you want to call it, that
Yeah.
has a water filtration system. And the mouse has gotten into the back of the refrigerator and is now underneath the refrigerator. So I can't get anything back under there to get to him.
Maybe try
It,
also.
whatever.
You can also try a different design of mousetrap
Hmm.
since he's already recognizing what you're putting down as a trap. He might not
Hmm.
recognize something differently designed.
Well, that's what I'm wondering because he triggered both of those mouse traps and didn't get caught.
And that's all it takes.
Yeah. So what I was wondering, they've got this ultrasonic pest repeller 6-pack, but it also deals with mice, spiders, ants.
It's not gonna work on spiders and ants.
I don't know, but it's a 6-pack for $20. So
Honestly,
um,
you could probably do about the same thing by putting a high frequency sound on your phone and cranking it up full blast.
but I'd have to have it on all the time because this thing, it's smart. It's not touching the mouse traps anymore after the first day.
That's what I'm saying.
And
You switch the design of a mousetrap you're using. Something that it won't recognize.
like what?
I don't know what have you
Ah,
whatever design you're using. Use a
Ah,
different design.
an
what?
88 millimeter mortar.
Ah, something I can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. But he's hiding, and I can hear him at night, and it's really irritating to hear this as he's digging around under the refrigerator.
Oh, shoot, I just
Ugh.
remembered what might work. What was that site? Australia. Oh, that I looked up.
Oh man. Okay. I want another cup of coffee. I'm gonna be right back.
Mm.
Oh,
It was a
oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Wait a minute. I gotta
that was
get
it.
up. Don't fall. You might not be able to get up.
Mm.
Oh God. Oh God.
Here's something you can try. It's a video on that,
Oh God.
and that didn't go through for some reason. Let me try
Okay.
that again.
Here we go.
It did
Okay.
not.
This goes over here.
Lavender, you sound like I do when I get up.
Try that link again. There we are. Okay. Try that method of mouse. It might work. And if that doesn't
Okay.
work, that's a whole website based on trying different methods of catching mice.
Okay.
I would like.
Oh.
So it looks like the guy just uses peanut oil in a bowl.
Okay.
I know what I would like.
Ugh.
There's no way I can have it.
Mm.
There's absolutely no way.
So basically, you have the peanut oil bowl, and the mouse climbs into the bowl to get
I could afford
and
it.
gets stuck because of the oil.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone would pay for it.
Wonder if regular oil would work.
No, the rest of the
I imagine peanut oil might be more efficient since it would be more attractive.
day,
I don't have any peanut oil. I don't know if I have a bowl that big.
I can just see.
I'm surprised that motion camera isn't scaring them.
Let's see. I see
Two,
peanut oil for $10 on Amazon.
third one. Oh my god.
Yeah.
4. See, I don't want to have to kill this mouse to get it out of my house.
Well, that's a non-kill method. That he's
Yeah.
using right there.
Ugh.
And if you don't want to try that, like I said, that channel has other methods you can try.
Hmm.
Oh man. No, I'm gonna have to get rid. I'm gonna have to get rid of that chair.
Mm.
It's ruined. The EMT's ruined it.
Oh my goodness. He's going to keep the mice.
Oh. Oh.
Now
No.
he has a bunch of pet mice.
Oh. 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 Oh.
And this is the portion of the show that we listen to, Diana scream in pain.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mousetrap Monday.
Oh. 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 You guys talking about me again?
Well,
Just a little bit.
just a little bit. This guy found. I don't know that I have a bowl big enough that I could put that much oil in, that they would, or be deep enough to catch a mouse.
Catch a mouse in oil?
Yeah, what you do is you have
Yeah,
a tall bowl, and you pour some oil in there. They get curious because of the smell.
yeah.
What? Cooking oil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Check out the it's in the private link I put on the side there. In private
And
chat.
this guy put it out in a barn, and he caught 7 mice in
Oh.
one night. And then he kept the mice.
Yeah, you can see the YouTube channel right there in the private chat.
Old style German mash pot mousetrap.
Oh God. Oh. 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 I knew I should have bought that extended warranty.
Hmm?
I knew I should have bought that extended warranty.
Oh my. Okay.
Oh, I'm just all broken. I'm eventually going to have to clean this apartment.
I know that feeling.
Yeah,
Right.
I need to do some cleaning here as well.
This apartment is uninhabitable. I've got to clean it, definitely. Anybody from the outside sees this place, I'm in trouble.
Oh.
I mean, I got started,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just so much to do, and I'm not strong anymore. I don't have endurance anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Oh.
I'm
know that
hoping that I can have this place done by April.
Mm.
That's as bad as it is in here.
Mm.
Oh well. And the cat's not volunteering to help clean.
Mm.
Oh man. But I did some laundry
Well, that's good.
a couple days ago. I still have to put it away. If I could have most of the laundry done by the end of the month, I'll be be happy.
How much can you spend on the mouse traps? Because I'm finding a peanut oil for about $10, and I found a large glass bowl for about 20.
Hmm.
Hey,
Hmm.
Sylvia, you want to make some extra money? I don't know how much you can afford. 50 cents a mouse, maybe? You've only got the one, right?
Hmm.
Something to think about.
I'm hearing a conversation going on over there somewhere. Who's.
No, I was playing a video. Sorry.
Ah, okay, okay. Now I understand. That's all I needed to know was where it was coming from.
I wonder. Huh. Hmm. Wonder if a plastic bowl would work.
Don't know.
Or would
Because I have a big butter bowl that's too tall for the mouse to jump out, I think.
It might
Yeah.
with the oil.
But would the mouse be able to chew through it in time?
Well,
That's
not
the other.
maybe not in a day. I mean, if it's gonna be only in there for a few hours.
You see, I don't know how he got in the house. I haven't found any holes, and my walls are concrete. So he's not chewing through the walls. Most likely he was out, he got into the laundry room. And when I went in to do laundry and left the door open while I was working on it, he probably got in that way.
Okay.
That's a possibility.
Or he came in from the sun porch when I had the door open at one
Yeah.
point.
I could do it too.
Yeah, well, the sun porch is probably more likely because we had an electrician out there and he left the outside door open and the inside door open.
Yeah, that'll
And
do it.
that'll do it, yeah.
Yeah, they
So
like to do that.
so there's any number of ways he could have gotten into the house. But being as it's only one mouse, because you can tell it's only one mouse because you don't hear a lot of squeaking. You don't hear any squeaking at all. You just hear him digging at my refrigerator. So generally, if there's only one mice, they don't make any squeaking sounds.
Oh, because they're not talking to each other?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, my.
So, all right.
Boise, boy.
Awesome and simple mousetrap that works. The mouse bucket device. That would be nice if I had a lid that would go in a bucket like that. Do. All right, I'm going to go watch these videos and see what I can find to get rid of my mouse cheap and easy.
I think I'm gonna head out too. I need to go check my bird and get something to eat. So
that will give you a chance to go rest and relax, Lavender. So you're not
a little bit of that and fold laundry.
Yeah. All right, sweetie, we love you. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Thanks for coming by.
You're welcome.
I love having you every time you're here.
I'm just sorry Kate wasn't here so she could talk to you.
Yeah.
I hope everything's okay with her.
I hope so. Yeah.
So.
She probably hates me. That's it.
Nah, I doubt it. All right, guys. You all take care. Bye-bye, sweeties.
Take care, sweetie.
Later.
Take care, honey. Be good. Have fun.
You too.
And I'll tell all the rest of you, I want to thank everyone who's here, and I want to thank all of you who are not here. You guys keep me going, and I hate you for it. Yes, I do. Oh my, but really, I really appreciate every one of you coming by. And I appreciate the fact that you keep coming by. You must like this stuff for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm glad you do. Thank you. And I thank every one of you who throws me a little bit on Patreon, because let me tell you, that helps. That helps me out a whole bunch. Um, I would have a really hard time making it from day to day were it not for you guys and your occasional donations and stuff like that. And thank you, really and really. And I guess what I've got to do is just make it worth you continuing. So I've got to work on that. Ha! Thank you, Von Rick. Thank you extremely many much. Nice dinner. That would be nice. I'd like that. Oh man. But thank you, every one of you. Um, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at least next Sunday. I'd like to start the Wednesday shows again. We've got to work on that. Maybe once I get some cleaning done in here and it looks a little better, I can start the Wednesday shows and I won't feel so bad about being tied up here at the machine. Uh, so we'll see how that goes. And okay, again, I will say to each and every one of you, thanks a lot, troops. See you on the other side.